run my trap just for, a little bit. You know how we do over here. I hope everyone is doing fantastic. I heard my stomach growling. Girl, I need to put something in my tummy. I'm a little hungry. What's up, Sweet Pea 724? What's up, Penelope? I'm gonna wait for a few more people to come on in the room. I said, come on in the room. Yes. I'm gonna wait for a few more people to come on in the room, baby. Yes. Baby, how y'all been? What's up, that boy Chan? And Miss Fancy Pants? What's going on? What's going on, baby? Yes. What's up, Diva? What's up? How's everybody doing? Girl, we sitting on the floor, baby. We sitting on the floor today. We sitting on the floor. Um I'm trying to figure out a good place to do my videos because I did recognize that when I'm in the living room, it sounds like it sounds like I'm in a cave. To me it does. Okay, it's not that. I'm a little dramatic. It's not like that. But it doesn't sound the way I want it to sound. Even when I go upstairs to the main bedroom, I feel like it's still a tad bit of like it almost sounds like like I don't have anything in the house, like an echo in a way. And I feel like it sounds better in here because I think this room is smaller. So I think, yeah, I'm just trying to figure out, girl. I might just move around. It just depends on how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Um, but it just depends on how I feel. Is it uncomfortable to sit on the floor? No, I mean, girl, I'm old, but I ain't old. And this is carpet too. That's another thing. It's carpet in here. It's not carpet upstairs in the master bedroom, but it's carpet in my bedroom. So I'm fine. If it was hardwood floors, then no. Um but it's carpet. But I'm not. I mean, I'm old, but girl, I ain't old. Girl, I can still sit on. Girl, I can still sit on the floor. In Indian style, believe it or not, girl. I mean, I can still bend down and girl. I mean, we ain't that old. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, child. But yeah, I'm gonna be all right. But I might just be moving around until I figure out. I got a lot of space. I got a lot of space, and it's only me. It's only me over here, so I can really go where I want to go, whether it's the first floor, second floor, third floor, or the rooftop. You know what I'm saying? Girl, I got plenty of space. Okay. Girl, I was thinking, girl, no tea, no shade, girl. When it's time for me to move, girl, I'm gonna be real mad because I done got used to just walking around a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I done got used to, just walking around and going upstairs and downstairs. And I said, girl, when I have to go back to an apartment, girl, I'm gonna be a little mad. I said, girl, I ain't gonna want to leave here. Anyways, child. I hope everybody is doing fantastic tonight. Let's go ahead and get into okay, come on, square feet. Okay, that's what I said. That's a square footage for me, baby. Um Anyways, child. So this is according to people.com. RHOM star Lenny is it Hochstein's attorney denies the plastic surgeon drugged, sexually assaulted woman. So Lenny Hochstein, we're just gonna say Lenny, girl. I mess somebody's name up. Is denying claims that he sexually assaulted a woman. I mean, girl, there's no tea, no shame. I'm not saying that Lenny did it because I wasn't there. But girl, of course you're gonna deny it, girl. Girl, do they ever say I did it? You know what I'm saying? A lawsuit was filed against the Real Housewives of Miami star 59 on June the 5th, alleging sexual battery, The alleged victim's identity is being anonymous. It's being kept anonymous. In a complaint obtained by People, the woman alleged that she was a victim of a calculated, pre-planned scheme devised and directed by Lenny to lure women to his home under false pretenses. Girl. The woman claimed she was unconscious, physically helpless, and mentally incapacitated after Hutchinson gave her an Ambien that he said was a very common sleeping pill. And their sexual a contact was unwelcome and non consensual, harmful, as she was incapable of giving and did not give valid consent to any sexual contact. Girl. In a statement shared with People, Hutchinson's attorney, Lorne Berkeley, says that the plastic surgeon denies the allegations and that they possess evidence that contradicts the claims, and that evidence will be presented in the appropriate legal forum. Girl, y'all know I can't see. Um, they just basically go on to say that he intends to defend himself and present evidence demonstrating the allegations are false. The evidence includes video footage from shortly after the alleged incident that is inconsistent with the narrative alleged in the complaint. The video shows the plaintiff leaving Dr. Lenny's home, smiling, speaking with him as she exits. Girl, you know, it kind of reminded me of, girl, when they showed that video of the Chef BBL girl, girl dancing and doing the electric slide the next day after she said that Miss Stefan choked the shit out of her. Um, Anyways, they said that they basically the video shows the plaintiff leaving Lenny's home, smiling, speaking with him as she exits, briefly dancing outside the front door, and then voluntarily walking to an Uber. There are numerous post-incident text messages in which the plaintiff continued communicating with Dr. Lenny, asked about his plans and attempted to see him again. Girl. In addition, before filing the suit, there were demands for good faith settlement discussions after threats of claims for sexual assault and defamation. These monetary demands were made in July 2025, the reality star lawyers claim. Girl. Listen, I don't know. I wasn't there. I do think it's weird, though, that I saw women in the comment section talking about he don't have to rape nobody, he don't have to do nothing like that because women will throw themselves at him. Girl, listen. I understand he's rich. He ain't a bad looking man to me. But girl, that don't have nothing to do with nothing. Girl, every bitch ain't throwing a pussy. What's up, y'all? Every bitch ain't throwing a pussy at every man. You know what I'm saying? And I do believe that, especially, girl, look how the broke niggas act when they get denied. Girl, look how the broke niggas act when y'all don't want to give them y'all telephone number. Y'all become all types of bitches and hoes and ugly bitches. And I do believe that when you are wealthy and rich and you are probably used to having your pick of the litter, that if somebody denies you, you become upset. And then there are people out there who are just sick, who get off on drugging people. Look at y'all homeboy Bill Cosby. Look how they say he was out here, girl, putting shit all in the girls' drinks. Again, I wasn't there, so I don't know. I don't know. I just want to come down here and tell y'all the story. I know Lisa probably sitting in her closet laughing, girl. Not laughing because it's not a funny story, but laughing at that nigga. Because you know he did Lisa wrong. I don't care what none of y'all say. Girl, I never watched Real Housewives of Miami, but when I tuned in before, was it when did they come back? Season 3? Did they come back? And I was like, he is not into his wife. And girl, we looked up, girl. In the next season, girl, he was out of there. I said, girl. Anyways, y'all, let's go ahead and move on. Let's talk about a little bit about nepotism, which I 100% agree with. Right. It's about power and control. Thank you. Thank you. It's about power and control. Yes. LeBron James goes off over Bronny nepotism criticism. I'm not letting that shit slide. This is according to the Jasmine brand. So LeBron James is making it clear that criticism of Bronny James' NBA journey will not turn into attacks on his family. In a new interview with Time for the 100 Most Influential People in Sports 2026, The Los Angeles star called playing alongside his 21-year-old son the greatest moment of his career. Out of all of the shit I've done in basketball, that's the best accomplishment I've ever had, LeBron 41 said. He added the kid has earned his right to be a professional athlete. Bronny drafted by the Lakers with Bronny, drafted by the Lakers with the 55th pick in 2024, has faced nepotism talk while coming off the bench. LeBron said critics can question basketball, but not fatherhood. The thing you're not going to do is throw stones at us as a family, he said. I'm not letting that shit slide because I know what I've created because of what I didn't have. He added, so if you want to talk about the kid, that he shouldn't be an NBA player, I don't care about that. As long as you don't get into the fatherhood piece, I don't play those games. Is LeBron speaking facts? But let me say something. 100% I believe that nepotism, the niggas, y'all don't, the girl, can I say something? Because I got a lot to say. Some of y'all gonna get mad at some of what I'm about to say. Girl, one, I believe in nepotism. Two, I think that black people need to start believing in nepotism, even if it ain't your family. I'm not saying put your cousin who don't know shit and is a lazy ass bitch or a lazy ass bum in a position at your job and they got you looking stupid. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I'll give an example. If you are in a position to hire someone and someone comes into your job and they meet most of the qualifications, you think they have what it takes to do the job, but there might be a white person who is probably more qualified. Girl, give a position to the black person. That's what I'm saying. God, I know it's not nepotism, but I'm just saying. I just think that we should participate in nepotism and putting black people in position. I do. Because white people do it all the motherfucking time. As much as white people don't want to admit that they will hire somebody just for being white, girl, they'll try to act like, oh, it's because so and so. No, girl. That's exactly why John, his fraternity brother at Sigma Phi Sigma, his son got the job because, girl, of their connection. Not because he was qualified, bitch. Don't ever get it twisted. When you see Karen, how the fuck did Karen get this job? Because her daddy is best friends with the motherfucker who doing the hiring. And he said, I'm gonna hire your daughter. So I do believe in that. I believe in nepotism. I believe. And I believe that more black people should participate in it. Now, with that being said, the only thing that I don't like is when we don't want to call things for what they are. You know what I'm saying? Right, and end up running the company. Exactly. I remember, girl, I remember when I worked at Nordstrom. Hello? Girl, I remember when I worked at Nordstrom. And when I worked there, I worked on the web team. And on the web team, you basically have to pick stuff. You find stuff, you find orders. And the goal was, at one point, it was like 8 to 10 items per hour. So if you work an 8-hour shift, by the end of your shift, you should have found at least at a minimum 80, because it changed to 10 at one point. So we'll just say it was 10. You at the end of your shift, you were supposed to have at least found at least 80 items, right? It don't matter if it's 80 things of lipstick, 80 pairs of shoes. You need to find 80 things that was on that goddamn list. That's, of course, if it's like big. Now, if it's slow, they know, like, after Christmas, after holidays, it becomes slow, so you might not have shit to do. You might find 10 things in an 8-hour shift. Anyways, I remember this one Hispanic guy was hired. He was cute as hell, too. And I was like, they hire people during like seasonal, like Christmas time, holidays. And I remember this motherfucker used to come in and find like 15 things, girl, 18 things. Girl, we all up here, we done found 100, 110, 115, 80, you know what I'm saying? And when it was all said and done, he was able to keep his job. And I'm like, how the fuck? Girl, now I'm not the hiring manager, but I did think it was a tad bit strange. I thought it was a tad bit strange that the motherfucker who came in here finding 15 items in a 8-hour shift, girl, he was the chosen one. And you got other people who were finding, girl, the minimum requirement, right? Come to find out, the word on the curb is that he was related to one of the men in the store, and our boss knew the man. Girl. So now, you see what I'm saying? So now you done hired this boy who was not good at his job, and now he has a permanent position over the people who really should have been in that position. So all I'm saying is, girl, sometimes you gotta, girl, sometimes you need to do the same thing that all the other girls doing. Girl, I'm gonna tell y'all this too. When I worked at Nordstrom, ask the people. I worked in logistics. I'm telling y'all, this is no lie. I looked up one day. We all looked up one day. And when I tell you the whole department was Hispanic, and I remember having this conversation with some of my coworkers. They were like, "Have you noticed what I noticed?" I was like, "What have you noticed? What have y'all noticed?" It was like, "Girl, it's not a lot of us no more." I said, "Oh, yeah, I noticed that." Because the managers, they were looking out for their own. Babe, when I tell you they got the niggas up out of there, and every time I looked up, girl, it was some Spanish, it was some Hispanic nigga or Hispanic fish walking through the door. I'm telling y'all, it was a handful of us, okay, and everybody else was Hispanic. I'm telling y'all, I was like, oh, and I was like, it's fucked up because the people who got fired, they more than likely deserve to get fired. But you see what they're doing. They're replacing the people who lost their jobs with the people that look like them. That's the way, girl. I can't. And I was like, I can't even get mad at them for doing that because the people who got fired, they 10 times out of 10 should have got fired because either it was doing shit you ain't got a business doing. But you see who they replaced them with, so I can't even get mad at that because that's what we supposed to do. They doing it. The white people, they gonna do it. The niggas, y'all don't want to do it because y'all want to play by the book. Anyways, girl. So, anyways, let's go on. Oh, LeBron and Bronny. The only thing I don't like in situations where it's clearly nepotism is okay for me. I just don't like when people act as if, like LeBron, you being LeBron, we not, and it doesn't take away that your son may be talented. I don't watch basketball. I hear some people say he wasn't ready to go to the league. I don't know. But it doesn't take away what I feel is a fact that you being his father, we not gonna sit here and act like that didn't help him. Girl, get into the league. And that's okay. It doesn't take away from that your son may be talented, but we're not gonna sit here and act like you being LeBron James did not is not also helping him. And again, I think it's completely fine. I think it's completely fine. But don't play the game of like, oh, nepotism ain't got nothing to do with it. It does. It does. It does. It does. And that's okay. That's okay. But just be like, okay, I understand nepotism has something to do with it. I understand I'm LeBron James. I'm the LeBron James. So I know that me being his father has something to do with him being in the position that he's in. It doesn't take away from that he might be talented, but there are probably other men out there that are more talented than Bronny that probably should have been in that position, but they were not. And that's when your name steps in and gets Bronny into the game. You see what I'm saying? Like your son might be talented. I don't watch basketball, so I don't know. I've been hearing people say he shouldn't have been. I don't know. Your son might be talented, but it doesn't take away that there are probably people out there that are more talented than your son, but because you are his father, that helped him get through the door. That's all I'm saying. And that's okay. And I swear to God, that's okay. But don't get mad when people be like, it's nepotism. It's okay to say it's nepotism. Yeah, it is. Because, bitch, if it was me, I would use all my power and control. I would use everything I had to make sure my nieces were put in whatever position they wanted to be in. And I wouldn't give a fuck what nobody had to say. We can call it for what it is. Yeah. Your nieces got that because you Rodney the voice. Yeah, that's true. Okay. That's true. And what else is going on? That would be my reaction. Hey y'all, here's hoping Rodney and the cousins can help my bad mood. I've been in a bad mood all day, so happy to see this live. Oh, I hope it changes. Thank you, Felicia. But yeah. God, to me, like I felt the same way. No shade, even though girl, I can't afford those shoes, even though I want a few pair of those Christian Louboutins that Jaden then did went over in Paris and did. Like to me, Jaden, he got that job as creative director for the moment or whatever, because we're not gonna act like your daddy and your mama names, especially Will Smith. Jaden, you're talented. And that collection of shoes he came out, that collection that he came out with Christian Louboutin is very, very nice. I will probably wear probably. I think I saw every shoe I wanted except for probably 2 or 3 pair. You are talented, but it's not going. I'm not going to sit here and act like, girl, your daddy ain't Will fucking Smith either. I don't think it's a requirement to say it. I don't think it's a requirement to say that you got this position because of a family member, but don't act surprised or be pissed off when people clock that's what it is. You don't have to go, hey, Crystal. You don't have to go around. It's kind of like when I was, I know, not to be all over the place. We got to hurry up. Not to be all over the place. It's kind of like when I was talking about Karamo Brown and about plastic surgery. You don't have to go around and announce that you have had plastic surgery because it's nobody's business. But to play the game as if you just didn't get plastic surgery and your face looks completely different and you're a public figure, I think that's where it's like, girl, your face looks completely different. Your face don't look the same. It's something that's changed with your face. And then when people bring up that you look different, or it looks like you may have went under the knife, it's, oh, I didn't get no work done. Bitch, your face looks completely different. That's what I'm saying. Like, it is what it is. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, Sean, let's go ahead and move on. Baby. Let me say something. Girl, I'm even scared. I'm scared. I'm scared. I am so scared to talk about RHOA. Girl, I am scared. When I tell you I am so scared, girl, I am scared. Girl, the way the people are acting over Drew Williams, baby, you can't even say nothing about Drew Williams, girl. The way, if you say anything about Drew Williams, girl, the girl, they pulling out they knives and forks, and it's off with your motherfucking big ass head. Girl, I call her Drew Williams. All right, come outside. We not gonna talk. We just want to talk. We're not gonna jump you. That's what it's giving. Girl, I be scared to even read my comments. Girl, the way y'all are down in my comment section, girl, tugging on my wig because girl, I said Drew is whack. girl, I ain't even said nothing. I ain't even said nothing. Girl, I ain't even said nothing. And the thing is, girl, I'm gonna go ahead and call it for what it is. Girl, the way some of y'all be in my comment section is telling bold-faced lies. Girl, one of y'all got in my comment section and said, girl, this is what they said. I said, you coming down to you're entertaining. I'm paraphrasing. But they said something like, you're entertaining and you're funny, but you don't have to lie. To come down here and say that Angela said that Charles cheated on her honeymoon night. On their honeymoon night. Girl, what? You said I said? I said that Angela said that Charles cheated on her on their honeymoon night. Thank you, Mary Jane. God, I saw you in the comment section, and I checked that whole too, right? And it's stuff like that where I'm like, girl, I don't really care what y'all say in the comment section. I really don't, girl. But why are you coming down here lying? And then the thing is, you have people agreeing with your comment. That's the thing that gets me. It's one thing for you to leave a comment and it's what bothers me is you left a comment and it was a lie and people were agreeing with the lie. If you left a comment and it was just your comment based off of something that I said, then I don't care. But you left a comment and people were agreeing with what you said, that I said. I'm trying to watch what I say. And then when I call you a motherfucking liar, then it becomes this, oh, you're disrespecting your subscribers. Girl, you just got in my comment section and said, someone just got in my comment section and said that I came down to YouTube and told a lie and said that Angela said that Charles cheated on her honeymoon night. I said that. I said that. I said that. I came down to YouTube and said that Angela said that Charles cheated on her honeymoon, on their honeymoon. They said that's what I said. They said that you're entertaining and you're funny, but you don't have to come down here and tell a lie. You said that Angela said that Charles cheated on her on their honeymoon. Girl, what? What? I ain't never said no shit like that. I said that Angela said that Charles cheated on her when they got married, when they were newlyweds. And that's what she said. She said they were newlyweds, and that was a part of the reason why they separated. It was also because of the incident that happened at Madison Square Garden. If you go back and watch, even last year, I said Angela not telling the whole motherfucking truth. Y'all ain't separated over no Madison Square Garden. You ain't separated just because the nigga got kicked out of a goddamn gymnasium. Now, once I found out, once I found out what actually happened, I then understood the magnitude of Charles Oakley being banned from Madison Square Garden. But even with that being said, and my understanding changing, I still didn't believe that was the main reason why they separated and they were newlyweds. Then she finally came back and said that there was some infidelity. And I came down here and I said, I told y'all that Charles, it sounded like a cheatation. Girl. Because y'all ain't just separated because he got banned from Madison Square Garden. That might be some of it, but that's not all of it. Okay? So, anyways, it is what it is, girl. You know, girl, right now, what's up, Carlos? Right now, you know, the girls, I will give it to Drew. I don't know what Drew has managed to do this to a lot of the viewers, and she's working that Portia Williams magic, and the girls, Drew walks on water. I'll give it to Drew. You can't say nothing about Drew Sidora, as far as I call her Drew Williams. You can't say nothing about Drew Williams. The girls do not play about Drew. They do not play about Drew. Girl, they just don't play about Drew Williams, baby. They don't. Girl, they don't. That's all I can say. I just was reading the comments like, girl, this is crazy. Girl, this is crazy. Girl, this is crazy. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about because Kay is the one who started with Drew. And that's what I be talking about. Y'all, girl, can I say something? That's what I be talking about. Because y'all don't listen. Because I know for a fact 100% that I have said plenty of times and even put on one of my thumbnails that it looks like Kay started with Drew. It looks like I'm going to be Team Drew in this K Michelle versus Drew. How many times have I said that? How many times have I come down to YouTube and said it looks as though Kay was the one who might have started the beef? Kay was the one who brought up Black. And then you get in my comments section talking about you don't even know because Kay is the one who, girl, I already said that, baby. So you, at this point, I don't know what you want me to say, babe. I don't know what you want me to say, girl, my sweet baby. I don't know, girl. I don't know what else you want me to say. I've said, even in the last review, that K Michelle was the one who mentioned Black first. I even said on the first review that if you listen to the conversation that Portia and K Michelle were having, it already appeared as though they had a conversation about Drew off of camera. Go back to my very first review. You will hear me say that. I literally said that in my very first review because that was the very first time that K Michelle sat down with Portia. And if you listen to what Portia said, Portia, you could tell Portia was putting gasoline on the fire. You know, your fellow singer, Drew Sidora. Why is it that you always get into it with singers? That's what she go back and watch the episode. Go back and watch the episode. I know what I'm talking about. Go back and watch the episode. And I was like, why are Portia and K Michelle talking like this? Oh, they're trying to plant the seeds. Portia trying to plant the seeds of the Drew versus K Michelle. But the people say that I ain't said that. It's like, that's why I'm like, at this point, it's just funny. It's nuts. It's nuts. But it's like I don't know what else to say because I know for a fact it's not up for debate. I know for a fact that I have been saying this since the season started. I don't know what else y'all want me to say. I can come down here and say that I don't think that Portia was malicious when she mentioned the miscarriages. I can come down here and say I don't think Portia was talking about Drew Destiny swap with peach juice and the juice has intoxicated these folks into believing that Drew is that girl. Shaking my head. We know better though. Thank you, BZ Love. I can come down here and say that I don't think that Portia was talking about K Michelle when she was playing with the oysters. I can say that, and the girls will be like, "Oh, girl, you just only take up for your faves." I don't even like Portia. Girl, I like K Michelle. So if all I was gonna do was take up for my face, I would have came down here and said, yeah, Portia did that shit on purpose. She knew what the fuck she was doing. That's what I would have said. But I didn't say that because I didn't believe that. I did not believe that Portia was being malicious when she mentioned the miscarriage. Did it come across as insensitive? Clearly. I did not believe that Portia, you know, was talking about K Michelle about the orchards. I didn't. I felt like it was based off of the conversation that Kelly had just said about her pussy being hot chili Cheetos, Frito pie, chitlins, whatever she said. I don't know. It's just Drew don't have this many fans. She don't. This is what can I tell y'all what happens? I've been watching. This is what's going on. You have to have a villain and you have to have a victim. People don't like K Michelle because they feel as though K Michelle has snuck into the Real Housewives of Atlanta and that she's declassing the show, right? That's why Drew even said you don't belong, because they don't really like the fact that one of the girls from Love and Hip Hop somehow managed to make it onto Bravo TV. Not they lying on you, Rodney. They rewriting the whole narrative. People getting real personal about RHOA these days. This reunion better be good. Thank you, sissy baby. And the thing is, I don't really care. I don't really care about and like I always say, girl, we all have our opinion. But girl, just don't be lying and saying I said something I didn't say. It's one thing for you to be like, girl, I disagree with you because this. Okay, girl, whatever. But don't be like, oh girl, you said so and so. Girl, no, I did not. Oh, you ain't never said this? Yes, I have. You might probably never watch the reviews, but I've said it. I think that people have to have a villain in the story. And it can't be Portia because Portia is light. It's not going to be Phaedra because people like Phaedra. It's not going to be Drew. So it has to be, who can we dislike? It got to be Shamia. It has to be K. Michelle. It has to be Kelly. It has to be Pinky. Someone in the Some Cut video made it to Real Housewives too. Girl. Like, it's crazy. Like, even, like, I make my, thank you, Diva. I make my jokes about, the show being love and hip hop, but I had already been saying that prior to K. Michelle. Me saying that had nothing to do with K. Michelle. I was already saying that it was given a love and hip hop feel prior, way last season, when they were on that fucking jungle gym with their cheetah print on. Great point with the victim villain thing. And the truth is, this season ain't black and white. Everybody writes. Everybody writes somewhere. Somewhere everybody is wrong somewhere else. Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's cases where I feel like Shamia might be wrong in this instance. It's cases in where I feel like Angela might be right in here. Everybody is not right. Everybody not wrong. You have some people more wrong than others, but that don't mean that you can't call out the girls. And I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Like, I don't care. Girl, I come down here and I do my job. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. All I can do is tell y'all what I saw on my TV screen. Girl, you've been calling it love and hip hop since Portia went Holyfield. That's what I'm like. It don't have nothing to do with K. Michelle. And I do think that people just want to dislike K. Michelle. K. Michelle was going to be disliked anyways because she came from love and hip hop. But do I think that K. Michelle is declassing the show? K. Michelle ain't did shit to declass the show. It is no different than how I felt when people started doing a 180 with Mia, and I came down here the season before last, and I was standing on my own, and I said, I don't give a fuck about what Mia is doing down to RHOP. Now all of a sudden, everybody wants to start screaming, Mia is a liar, Mia is a liar. Mia been a motherfucking liar since she first stepped on the scene. Why are y'all so worked up now about Mia being a liar when Mia came in to the show a motherfucking liar? You see what I'm saying? Now Mia is declassing RHOP. Mia Thornton came into RHOP telling us that she used to be a stripper, telling us that she had an affair with Gordon, telling us that she fucked Gordon at the Waffle House bathroom. Mia said all this stuff her first season, and y'all fell in love with Mia. Fast forward, all of a sudden now it's, oh my God, Mia is declassing the show. She's talking about the paternity of her son. Oh my God, Mia been declassed the show. What the fuck are y'all talking about? Why are we hopping on the declass the show? You had Monique girl down here acting like she was fighting Holyfield, baby. Chasing bitches around Barnes. You had Giselle accusing somebody of sexual assault. And it was like, I don't remember what he said. I don't remember what happened. I don't remember. I just know he made me feel uncomfortable. Girl. It's easy to paint the picture that K. Michelle is declassing the show, but you can't say what K. Michelle has done to declass the show. Like I said, and I'm never going to change my mind, The Real Housewives of Atlanta is probably the most gutter snipish motherfucking franchise out of all of them. You just had Kenya at her spa last season showing a bitch sucking dick. You have had rape accusations. You have had Portia fight. How many times? You've had her on her goddamn spinoff throw plates across a motherfucking room. But then y'all say that K. Michelle is declassing RHOA. Baby, RHOA been declassed a long motherfucking time ago. A long 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 time ago. K. Michelle ain't did shit to the class season 17 or the franchise. The girls on RHOA are ghetto as fuck. We're not gonna sit here and act like. Even when the girls start talking about, oh my God, I'm tired of talking about Pinky and her bankruptcy. RHOA ain't never been affiliated with luxury. That's exactly why y'all went up for Shamia last season, because y'all felt like Shamia was bringing wealth to the show. Don't forget the first season of RHOA. RHOA ain't never been affiliated with goddamn money. You had Nene sitting in the motherfucking Ford Expedition. Was a leaking navigator. Like, that's what I mean when a girl try to rewrite history. That's what I mean when a girl try to rewrite history. Yes, Pinky is talking about bankruptcy, but girl, we ain't never affiliated RHOA with money. That's exactly why I said last season, oh, I see why y'all going up for Shamia, because now we finally got a bitch who got some money on the show. That's what I be saying when I say the girls rewrite history. I love RHOA. Y'all already know how I feel about it. But baby, I'm not gonna lie about what's been on my motherfucking TV screen. RHOA managed to rise to the top because of their personalities. It wasn't like they was down there spending $100,000, girl, like Sutton was when she bought her and her daughter some earrings. Kelly and Shamia are such horrible additions. K. Michelle emotions are so gone with the wind. They make Drew look like the good witch in Wizard of Oz. Thank you, Lee Fu. Thank you. You literally had a housewife that was married to a two-time convicted ex-con. You had a lawyer who was married to a man who was scamming people. And y'all want to say K. Michelle declassed. Let me say it again for the people who hear me back. You had a lawyer who was married to a man who was scamming people and had to go to prison for how long? But K. Michelle declassing the show. You had Kenya last year post a picture of somebody at her salon of somebody sucking dick, but K. Michelle is declassing the show. It took Sheree 10 years to finish that house. And y'all getting worked up because Pinky talked about her bankruptcy for 4 episodes. Kim Zolciak used to come to the motherfucking reunions with a red Solo cup. But K. Michelle is declassing the show. You had Britt Eady last year say that I got pistols and whips for bitches like you. But K. Michelle is declassing the show. And then the girls say they want Britt Evie back on the show. But she was the one who said she got pistols and whips. But K. Michelle is declassing the show. Girl, what the fuck do y'all be talking about? You had Drew Sidora come in her first season and give somebody a fucking wig for a Christmas present. And Candy almost choked her to death. Because the goal was to spend $1,000. And she came in with that raggedy ass, dusty ass wig. But the girls got money down to RHOA, girl. I'm just saying, baby, if we're gonna tell the truth, tell the truth. They've been classless, two mistresses, Kim and Portia. Like in real life, the very first season of RHOA, one of the cast members was a fucking mistress. The very first season, one of the cast members was a fucking mistress. But K. Michelle is declassing the show. Baby, we have had mistresses. We have had false rape allegations. We have had scammers on the show. We have had poor people on the show. We have had people fight on the show. We have had people chase down people down an alleyway on the motherfucking show. We have had people show pictures of people sucking dick on the show. Hey! We have had people threaten people with pistols and whips on the motherfucking show. We have had people sitting and leaking navigators and Ford expeditions on the show. We have had white refrigerators on the show. Girl, we have had people use Black Lives Matter as a storyline, and we ain't never heard them say Black Lives Matter ever since. We have had Marlo Hampton on the show, and they said that bitch sliced and diced a bitch face. But K. Michelle is declassing the show. Bitch, they say Mark. I don't know. I wasn't there. They had to convince Croy to leave his gun inside of a truck at the season 10 reunion. But K. Michelle is declassing the show. You have had someone introduce a woman as her friend. We looked up and she was married to the motherfucking husband 2 years later. But K. Michelle is declassing the show. I told you I'm the realest motherfucker on YouTube. The girls don't like when I come down here and tell the truth. They don't. They don't. They don't like when I come down here and tell the truth. They don't. They don't. They don't like it when I come down here and tell the truth. I keep telling y'all I'm a truth teller. The girls don't like it when I come down here and tell the truth. They don't. They don't like it. They don't like it. So if any other of the bitches that I just talked about can be on the show, K. Michelle can be on the show too. You ain't got to like K. Michelle. I don't give a fuck because I don't know K. Michelle anyways. That ain't my sister. That ain't my friend. But to act as if the other ladies are above K. Michelle and they really ain't. Girl, they really ain't. Girl, they really ain't. And I know for a fact that the shit that K. Michelle did on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta ain't nowhere near as gutter snipe as the shit that they've done on Real Housewives of Atlanta. I know for a fact. I know for a fact the shit that K Michelle has done on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta ain't nowhere near as trifling, ghetto hood, and gutter snipe as the shit that these bitches done did in Real Housewives of Atlanta. These hoes will accuse your ass of rape. That's how they get down over here. Girl, you will have to duck because they will throw plates at your head over here, baby. They will post a picture of you sucking dick down to the motherfucking Kenya Moore hair salon. Hey, Kenya, you my girl, but it is what it is. That's how they get down over here. They will say, I got pistols and whips for bitches like you. That's how they do over here. Bitch, they will fight your mama, ex-Portia Williams, when she was trying to go upside Miss Gina's head. And send her baby daddy to motherfucking Mexican jail. K Michelle threw a candle and she bopped the bitch with some flowers. I can guarantee you that ain't as worse as accusing somebody of rape. I guarantee you. Put your hands in the air if you think that would you rather get hit with a candle or get hit with a false rape accusation? I'll wait. Would you rather get hit with a candle and some flowers or get hit with a false rape accusation? Okay. Okay. And K Michelle hit Rashida with that candle because Rashida started running up on K Michelle. K Michelle just didn't pick up a candle and hit Rashida just because. It's because Rashida, because I rap like Shawty Low, started walking up on K Michelle, and K Michelle threw the candle at Rashida, Shawty Low. You just early, just come on. You just early, just like with Mia. They didn't want to see she was a liar because they was hell bent on hating Wendy, just like they doing Shamia. They rewrite history every season. Come on. I tried to tell the girls about Mia. They didn't want to see it because they did not like Wendy. Fast forward 4 or 5 seasons later, now all of a sudden everybody hate Mia. Girl, why the fuck y'all hate Mia? Mia been the same bitch since her first goddamn season. The same one. Mia did not change. Mia was the same woman her first, second, third, fourth, and last season. Luann done told y'all money can't buy you class. Come on, money can't buy you class. Mia was the same person. Mia never changed. So for people to all of a sudden start hating Mia, I'm like, why y'all hate Mia now? Mia has been the same woman since she first got on the show. But because the people didn't like Wendy, they didn't really care about what Mia was doing. Oh, let me see. Thank you, Boston. Thank you. Thank you so much. Anyways, so let's get to what I really wanted to talk about. We just talking tonight, y'all. Let me bring it up. And no, I don't think that K Michelle is perfect. No. Like I said, girl, I think that K Michelle, it sounds like to me, when it came down to the shit with Drew, I feel like Drew and Portia, not Drew and Portia, I feel like Portia and K Michelle had already had a conversation. I feel like Portia went back and told Drew what K Michelle had said about Black. And I think that's when Drew was like, oh, since the bitch wanna play, I'ma play. And that's why she was like, oh, you know him. With all that, we will tune in every Sunday. Thank you, Felicia. That's what I feel like happened. Because if you go back and listen to the conversation between Portia and K Michelle, if you really listen to the way they're talking, that was already a conversation. Portia was trying to produce. That was already a conversation that K Michelle and Drew had already had. That's why she was throwing out there what she said about Drew. Oh, you know your fellow singer. Oh, why you always beefing with us? Why you always having a beef with a singer? But when I say that, the girls be like, "Oh, girl, you're not calling K Michelle out." Girl, I did. I did. I'm just not up Drew's. I'm just not up Drew Williams puss. Anyways, but shout out to Drew. Girl, I'm about to drag Drew in a little bit, y'all. So all team Drew, girl, you about to be real mad at what I'm about to say. RHOA's Drew Sidora's divorce final. Pays child support, keeps family dog. Girl. The Real Housewives of Atlanta star Drew Sidora was ordered to cough up monthly child support to her ex-husband, Ralph Pittman. Oh, Drew. As a part of their divorce judgment, TMZ obtained the judgment entered by the court on June the 8th following a trial where Drew and Ralph both testified. Listen to this. Y'all listening? I tried to tell y'all that Drew didn't make no $12,066 a month. Per the court documents, the court determined Drew's monthly income was approximately $38,000 per month. I told y'all. While Ralph earned around $27,000. Told y'all. At least the kids won't be waiting to get picked up anymore. Babe, I think Drew might be a gutter snipe. Drew, girl, I'm sorry. Drew, when they got her body done, girl, Drew, when they got her body done, and girl, don't even take her kids to school. Drew, I her getting her body done. It wasn't even taking her kids to school, baby. Girl. Drew has a chef. Drew has 2 assistants, a driver, a makeup artist, a stylist, a hairstylist. Girl, you ain't got to do shit else. How you can't get your kids to school on time? You have a driver, 2 assistants, remember? Because it was a driver / assistant. Then the other friend who she said she had been knowing since she was a child, I believe, that had assistant under his name, a makeup artist, a stylist, a hairstylist, a manager. I always see that black lady in your kitchen cooking. Girl, but you got your body done, though. She got her body done. I said, I know that's right. I ain't taking these motherfucking kids to school. But I'm gonna get this body done, though. As a result, Drew, who wed Ralph in 2014 and split in 2023, was ordered to pay $2,218 per month and child support for their 2 kids. Drew wasn't cleaning that damn house either. Come on, thank you, Tracy. The exes own a $1.9 million home in Atlanta and have various other loans against the property. Ralph was awarded ownership of the home, but has to pay around $145,000 to Drew for her interest in the home. Per the judgment, Drew keeps a Cadillac Escalade and Ralph gets the Porsche and Cadillac X25. In addition, Drew will keep the family dog and neither party will receive spousal support. The docs also notes Drew's last name will be restored to Jordan. And then the other article was this, just to give a quick little breakdown. Hold up. Drew Sidora's salary revealed. Okay. So according to a final judgment in her divorce case, the reality stars LLC brought a little over $352,000 in 2023, but the judge noted that Drew testified to earning $380,000 in 2024 for her role in season 16 of RHOA, which premiered in 2025. Per court docs, Drew was paid $22,500 per episode. The same year, she apparently earned around $19,000 in residuals and royalty income, and another $83,000 for other unemployment endeavors. It says in 2025, the court found Drew's RHO income was increased to $26,000 per episode, which amounted to her bringing in around $456,000 for season 17. Girl, I tried to tell y'all. Girl, I tried to tell y'all. But the girls say I hate Drew and I don't listen and all this other bullshit. Girl, Drew, like I said, I never thought that Drew was making what Portia was making, but I said I don't put it past Drew to be making at least $500,000 or $600,000. Drew is a 5th-year housewife. She is 3rd in line. Drew ain't averaging no $12,066 a month. And here go the girls in the comment section. Well, it said, girl, y'all act like people don't go to court and lie. Why y'all be acting like people don't lie at the courthouse? Girl, people lie at the courthouse all the goddamn time. I don't give a damn what those court documents said. I knew that Drew did not make no $12,066 a month. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. I said that based off of the conversation that I've had with some of the cousins and what some people are saying online, that Drew got that money going into LLCs. I also said that Drew had money in her motherfucking bra and under a mattress. Okay? Drew was paying herself out of the LLC to make it seem as though she only made this amount of coin. I don't feel sorry for Drew. I don't. Y'all gonna stop getting with these niggas and letting these niggas have all the motherfucking control. And now Drew gotta pay child support to the motherfucking children that she birthed. Girl. Drew is the same one who was down to the motherfucking TV telling Sonya, let Ralph take them kids since he Mr. Good Dad, okay? Drew was the same one down to the motherfucking TV show telling Sonya how she's supposed to do what her husband tell her to do, basically. What did she say? I don't wanna lie. You know the girl said I be lying. It's your job to have more kids with your husband. And now, girl, you gotta pay your husband child support. Right? Drew been a motherfucking liar since her first season. Now all of a sudden, girl, yes, she lied in those court documents about that 12,066. What Drew tried to do was make it seem as though that's all she made without counting the fact that her money was going into the LLC. Drew been lying since she got on the show. Now all of a sudden y'all think that Drew ain't no liar no more. Girl. Now Drew got a tummy tuck and a liposuction in the BBL, and now she Portia Williams. Now she Drew Williams, and now her all of a sudden Drew ain't no liar no more. Drew been lying, baby. Drew got to pay that nigga child support over some kids that she birthed. While she was down there telling Sonya, that it's your duty as a wife to basically do whatever your husband say. Baby, I can't make this shit up. Drew has a very interesting relationship with the truth. You clock Drew for her works, Rodney. Girl, I've been telling the people about Drew. But girl, they don't want to listen. They swear that I hate Drew. Girl, I don't have no issues with Drew. But I really don't. If I didn't like Drew, I would say I don't like Drew. Girl, that's another thing too. Can I say something since we down here talking? If I didn't like Drew Sidora, I would say I don't like Drew Sidora. I actually don't have a problem with Drew. I just think that she be whacked sometimes and she be lying. If I can come down here and say that I don't like Portia and I don't like Phaedra and I don't like Michael Darby and I don't like Martell Holt and I don't like Curtis and all the other niggas who I say I don't like, then why would y'all think that I would be scared to say that I don't like Drew Sidora? If I said I don't like Drew Sidora, who the fuck gonna do something about it? If I came down here and said that I don't like Drew Sidora, who the fuck gonna do something about it? Nobody. So if I didn't like Drew, I would say I don't like Drew. I ain't got no issues with Drew. I just don't vibe. I ain't never connected with Drew as like, oh, she one of the girls of the girls of the girls. Like, it's Sheree, who gonna check me, boo? I don't know why y'all feel like people are scared to come down here and say that they don't like people. If I can come down here and say that I don't like y'all favorite housewife, which is Portia, then why would y'all think that I would not be able to say that I don't like Drew? Because again, if I said I didn't like Drew, ain't nobody gonna do a motherfucking thing to me. The most you can do is stop watching my channel, and that's okay. But past that, girl, what's gonna happen if I say I don't like Drew Sidora? Tell me. Tell me. Tell me. If I can come down here and say I don't like Martell Holt, and I don't like Curtis, and I don't like Michael, and I don't like Phaedra, and I don't like Portia, then why do you think I can't say I don't like Drew? Because again, if I said I didn't like Drew, who the fuck gonna do something about it? Anyways, so yeah, girl, I just think Drew is a gaslighter. I do. Drew be gaslighting the girls. Girl, Drew be gaslighting the girls. Drew acts like a white woman. I don't care what none of y'all say. She do. Drew literally does this all the time. And the girls have been calling out Drew for how she moves since she first got on the show. Y'all swore up and down I didn't like Mia because I went up for Wendy. I never had a problem with Mia. How many times did I say that Mia was giving the girls hell her last season? Even though Mia was on some gutter snipe shit her last season, I still gave Mia her props. I can like you or not really just give a damn about you and still like call you out on your shit. And because I call you out on your shit don't mean I dislike you. That's why me and some of the girls are not clicking. Because they think because I was dragging Drew last night that I have to dislike Drew. No. I don't have a problem with Drew. I just see Drew for her works. Oh my God. What? What did I do? Are you kicking me out? I don't feel the love. This is literally Drew. Throw a rock, put her hand down. And then when you look around and say you hit me, she'd be like, huh? No, I didn't throw anything. Me? No, not me. I didn't do that. What happened? No. I'm gonna come down to your audition. I'm gonna come down to your audition, and then when you kick me out, it's oh, I don't feel the love. Girl, what? Girl, I'm gonna come down to your audition, and then I'm gonna walk into the audition, and then, girl, after you kick me out, it's oh, I don't feel the love. What the fuck? Girl. And then, and then when you called you out, and then when you called you out, they be like, she only went down now because that was the only way the scene was gonna be shown on the TV show. Yeah, what? But I never wanted to be messy. What me? Literally, Drew does that shit all the time. Drew does that shit all the time. Girl, all the time. She throws something out there, and then she act dazed and confused and dumbfounded. Huh? I'll take Drew's lies over Portia's. Thank you. Like that's literally what Drew does. Like I said about K Michelle is paranoid as fuck. I literally said K Michelle looks crazy. Yeah, did I not say that? Did I not say that? I said K Michelle looks crazy. She's paranoid as fuck. She's letting what happened on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta affect her over here. I also said, but one thing I can appreciate is K Michelle acknowledging that whatever happened to her on Love and Hip Hop, that might be affecting her relationship with the ladies. She said that in the confessional. I said, K Michelle. I said, "Ooh, K Michelle looking crazy, bro. K Michelle looking crazy." And she paranoid as fuck. I also said about K Michelle, one thing I don't like about K Michelle is K Michelle is always the victim. Like, I've said these things. I know for a fact I have, but people act as if I didn't. I have said I don't like that K Michelle finds some way to always be the victim every time she tells a story. I wish that K Michelle got to a place I wish that K Michelle got to a place where she could look at it through a different lens. Like, girl, in real life, K Michelle, bitch, you made it to Real Housewives of Atlanta. Even though Real Housewives of Atlanta ain't no different than Love and Hip Hop like we thought it was, the fact of the matter is, you are the first girl to make it to Bravo from VH1, MTV, wherever the show was at. Girl, that's an accomplishment in itself. You know how many other girls they shut the door in front of their faces and told them hell no? We've had Candy, Giselle, Robin all come out and say they've all told us that girls are not able to come to the show from other networks. Okay, Michelle, you are the girl who made it to the show. Like, you're the chosen one, bitch. Out of all the girls that have tried to get on Real Housewives of Atlanta, bitch, you the first one. The first. The only person that don't see that is Kay. Kay, I've said this, Kay makes herself the victim in every story. Oh, I forgot about Jocelyn. Oh, I forgot, girl. I forgot about Jocelyn. But that was a mess. That was a mess. But girl, I said K Michelle. Yes, K Michelle is male centered as fuck. I don't like when she say shit like she don't hang out with women. She's always the victim. It's always somebody did. They did something to me. They did something to me. I've said this stuff. But when I say it, it go in one ear and out the other. And I think what it is because when I say it, I might not drag Kay as much as I would, like I might drag a Portia or a Phaedra. So I think that's what it is. And I said that one time with one of my friends. So I think that's why people don't hear when I say those things, because I'll say it and then I'll kind of like go on. But if I'm talking about somebody I don't like, I might drag them for like 2 or 3 minutes or 20 or 30. Okay. But girl, it's okay, girl. Yes, and I think that's another thing too. I really honestly believe that K Michelle is in her head. I believe that K Michelle came in knowing that they're gonna look at me as the ghetto bitch from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. So I cannot come in here throwing candles. Because if I do throw a candle at somebody, they're gonna say, see, 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 see. If I do come in here and make a bitch smell the roses, like I did Mimi, they're gonna say, see, 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 see. So I think K Michelle is battling herself in her head and also the viewers, because she knows that she already had a target on her back with Love and Hip Hop Atlanta being attached to her name. And I think that because the viewers can't honestly say that she's ghetto and hood on the show, now it's, oh, she's crazy, oh, she's sensitive, right? Like, I'm gonna go ahead and say something, I'm not gonna take it back. Even for Portia to sit at a table and tell K Michelle, you're just too sensitive. Portia, you fought somebody because you didn't like what they were saying. You fought somebody again because you didn't like what they were saying. You threw plates across a room because you didn't like what they were like. Girl, out of everybody, you are probably the most sensitive. Because with you, when it comes to words, you result in fistices. Ain't that what Nene said? So to sit here and try to paint this picture that K Michelle is sensitive, which she is. K Michelle is very sensitive. But girl, you're sensitive to the point where, girl, you can't even take words. You be ready to pop a bitch and pull a bitch down. You fight in ball gowns, girl. How that ain't sensitive? K Michelle has mental problems. That's what the people say. Do you know how mentally gone you have to be to throw plates across a motherfucking room and get cars and trucks towed at your job and break Bravo equipment? Do you know how mentally gone you have to be to not girl, like, girl, that's what I said, girl. I don't like, you know what I don't like? I'm gonna go ahead, I don't like the mental health conversation. Like, it is what it is. But the way that people are trying to paint K Michelle like this crazy bitch, when quite frankly she ain't really did nothing no different than what nobody else is doing on the show. Now she crazy. Oh my God. I don't think she's mentally strong enough to be on the show. Girl, how is she not mentally strong enough to be on the show, but Portia is mentally strong enough to be on the show? How is it that K Michelle is not mentally strong because she cries, but Portia is mentally strong enough to be on the show? Kay can't be on the show because she's not mentally strong enough because she cries. And she's making up these things in her head about these plotations. And she won't say where she heard it from. She must be crazy. Girl, the girls do not like. I'm gonna talk about this on. I'm not gonna talk about it over here. I'm gonna talk. I went to Carlos King and Nini's show um last week. I'm not gonna talk about it over here though, because I wanna go into details. Girl, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, the girls do not like K Michelle. They do not like Shamia, not Carlos and Nene. They posted Housewives on the screen. I'll just say this much. They posted Housewives on the screen. They do not like Shamia. They do not like K Michelle. They do not like Kelly. Girl, but that's not a surprise to me. They do not like K Michelle. When K Michelle picture came on the screen, they literally booed. When Shamia's picture came up on the screen, they booed. When Kelly's name came up on the screen, face came up on the screen, they booed. They do not like Kelly, K Michelle, or Shamia. Girl, they boo, baby. They don't like her. They don't like them. They do not like them. But like I said, it's not a surprise to me. I already knew that. Girl, they don't like them. They don't. They don't. They don't. They do not like them. I think Pinky is cool. I think this is what I think, and I've said this. I'm gonna say it again. I I challenge. I challenge people to stop talking about K Michelle, stop talking about Shamia, stop talking about Kelly, stop talking about Pinky, and just talk about the others and see how your reviews go. See how your Twitter account goes. Y'all can't stop talking about them. So for people to say they don't bring nothing to the show, but y'all literally talk about K Michelle for weeks at a time, it don't make sense. I can come down here and really not include Phaedra in my reviews because Phaedra ain't doing shit on the show. I talk more about Phaedra, about her basically calling Portia a hoe in her confessionals. That's why I really do feel this way. I think next season they really should go back to a five housewife formula. They should only bring back Drew, Angela, make Cynthia a housewife because she's pretty much a housewife already, anyways. Portia and Phaedra. That's it. And then let K Michelle, Pinky, Shamia, and Kelly go. And let the Fab Five, or as Drew called them the other day, the core four, she posted a picture and deleted it. Let them do the work. And let the girls and let the girl and let the Fab Five girl go to work. I really do feel like they should just get rid of the four that the people hate the most and let the other five just do what they do. The way the fandom hates these three is ruining the viewing experience. Have they been annoying at times? Sure, but it's nowhere near it being this serious. That's how I feel too. I was on Shamia ass last year. I was on Shamia ass. But it is weird to me. It is. It is weird to me the hate that Kelly, Shamia, and K Michelle. Pinky really not so much anymore. She was getting it at the beginning of the season, but I really don't see people talking that much about Pinky. Because the only thing that Shamia done really done is stop being Portia's friend. Is she messy? Hell yeah. They all messy though. Y'all hate Shamia for being messy, but love Angela for being messy. But y'all don't want to say Angela's messy, so y'all say, oh, she's the bone carrier, which is just a nice way of basically saying a bitch is messy. Oh, she's good at being messy. Is it frozen? Can y'all see me? Girl, is it frozen? You can see. Put yes if you can see me. Girl, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, okay, girl. I was about to say, girl. Okay, 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 good. Okay, good. Girl, I got real nervous. Thank you. Okay, thank y'all. Um, I don't know. I just think it's weird. I do. I think that, I think that if I don't like you, it's gonna be because you falsely accuse somebody of rape. And it's not even about liking or disliking. It really is a different level of hate that I have seen for Shamia Kelly, Pinky at one point, and K Michelle. Like it is absolutely insane to me. It was to the point where I was like, damn, what the fuck did they do? What the fuck did Kelly, Shamia, Pinky, and K Michelle do? Like, what did they do? And like it really is like it is it's just it's very very like girl, this is like a like it's team too much. It's like team too much. And like I said, I guarantee you that if the people stop talking about K Michelle, Kelly, Shamia, and Pinky, I bet you they wouldn't have nothing to talk about. I bet you. I bet you if the girls stop talking about K Michelle, Pinky, Kelly, and Shamia, they would have nothing to talk about. Because what we not gonna do is act as if Shamia, Kelly, Pinky, and K Michelle don't have personal storylines. That's what we not gonna do. You ain't gotta like them, but to act as if they have not brought in personal storylines would be a bold-faced fucking lie. Drew had all that shit going on with Ralph, and she ain't talked about Ralph not one time this whole goddamn season. Phaedra literally just does confessionals. The fact, what is Drew's personal storyline? I can't remember. Thank you, Diva. She don't have one. But let the girls tell it. Drew carrying the season. Let them tell it. Drew carrying the season. I knew. I'm gonna go ahead and say something. I knew that the rest of this season was probably gonna be bullshit. Like, it is sad to me that we have now resulted in them having to pretend that they're the traitors down to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Y'all, you mean to tell me y'all have 8 motherfucking housewives and 1 friend, and the most y'all could come up with in the second season is Phaedra pretending to be on Traitors again? Because literally, that's what this show has become, a fucking game show. When I saw the mid-season trailer and I saw Phaedra acting like she was on the Traitors again and the girls with hoods over their head, I said, oh, girl. Girl. So now it's a game show. So now it's a game show? I said in my last review, when Portia and Giselle had that sit down, that is whack to me. It's sorry as hell. The fact that y'all had to go get another housewife from another franchise lets me know that at that point, y'all didn't really have shit going on. Because if y'all really had something going on, you would need to pull Giselle from the Real Housewives of Potomac to come shoot a scene with Portia. And y'all have Portia, Phaedra, Drew, Angela, Shamia, Kelly, K. Michelle, Pinky, and Cynthia as a friend. And y'all had to go get another housewife from another franchise to come and shoot on a show where you already have 8 housewives in the opening scene and a friend. And then the viewers say, get rid of the girls who are bringing the storylines to the show. Fire K. Michelle, fire Pinky, fire Drew. I mean, not fire Drew, fire, what's the bitch name? Shamia, fire Kelly. But girl, all the other girls, they're the reason for the season. And if you stop talking about them, I guarantee you, YouTubers' reviews will be 12 minutes and some change. Podcasters' recaps will be probably 5 minutes and some change. And y'all wouldn't be down to Twitter. The challenge for everybody next time is when y'all do y'all reviews and podcasts and Twitters and dissertations online, don't talk about the people who you don't like. No, that's a lie, because I'm going to talk about Portia, because I don't like Portia. Don't talk about the people who you want off the show. Since they're not bringing nothing, don't talk about them and see what you got to talk about. Girl, that's the challenge. Don't talk about Pinky. Don't talk about Shamia. Don't talk about Kelly. Don't talk about K. Michelle and see what you have to talk about. The irony of the shows, the two biggest traders anchoring this season and that event. Phaedra's storyline is faces calling out and touching people's body parts. Come on. I'm just saying. The only person y'all have heard me say that should be fired is Phaedra. Girl. Come on, nothing to talk about. Shout out to the diva. The only person y'all heard me say that should be gone is Phaedra. And that's really because Phaedra ain't got shit going on. Phaedra ain't even tried to have shit going on. At least Portia over here lying like she always do. But at least Portia over here lying about being a lesbian and fucking that man named Mike. At least Angela tried to have a little storyline going on with the house flip that she and her fans. Phaedra don't have nothing going on. Drew ain't got shit going on either. If we're gonna be honest. Drew and Phaedra don't have shit going on this season. Nothing. Portia tried to come up with a fucking storyline. Angela tried to come up with a storyline. Now she's just being messy. Kelly tried to come up with a storyline. Shamia tried to come up with a storyline. K. Michelle tried to come up with a storyline. Pinky tried to come up with a storyline. I can literally go to each person and tell y'all what they got going on except for Phaedra. You have Pinky who has come down here and told us about her bankruptcy, about the money being funny, all the shit being in her name. We have heard Pinky say she wants another child. Her husband does not want another child. Her mama don't think that they should have any more kids. We have heard Pinky say that her daddy was sentenced to 30 years in prison. And the girls say that Pinky ain't got nothing to talk about. Bitch, what the fuck are y'all listening, girl? That's what I'm saying, girl. Y'all not watching the show. Because I heard Pinky say her motherfucking daddy was in prison for 30 years. I heard Pinky say that her and her husband were about to get a divorce after being married for 1 year. And they pulled up to the courthouse. What the fuck y'all mean y'all ain't learned nothing from Pinky? Maybe because I review the show and I'm listening. I heard Pinky say this shit. I heard Pinky come down here and tell the people that her and that nigga almost got a divorce after being married for 1 year. Hello? And the girl say she ain't got nothing going on. We have seen Kelly open up a restaurant, talking about filing for bankruptcy. Not her kids not being able to film. Hello? The shit she's still going through with her ex-husband. We've heard Shamia talk about I'm gonna watch what I said about Shamia. We've heard Shamia talk about her girl. Let me shut up. We've heard Shamia talk about her family and the kids and stuff. I'm gonna leave that alone. We've heard Shamia talk about her rum company. We've heard Shamia tell us how Gerald does not support her in intimate roles when it comes to acting. We've seen Shamia just audition for a role. We've seen Shamia do things and talk. We've seen Shamia's mama, her sister, her daddy. Like, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, girl, that's why I get confused. Like, when the girls try and let you in on their life, then it's like we don't want them on the show. We have Shamia down to the TV talking about her having a child that she might have to care for the rest of her life. Like, we see these things, we hear these things. We have K. Michelle down to the motherfucking TV show, girl, talking about her country album, her singing on stage, baby. We literally saw K. Michelle talking about her ass leaking, having surgery, leaving the hospital, and going to shoot a scene with the girls. We've heard K Michelle talk about her not being able to give her husband children because she struggled with fertility. I think it's okay for people not to care for people, but I don't think it's right to take away from what is happening on the TV screen. I don't know. I don't know, girl. Ooh, excuse me. I gotta pee, but I'm gonna hold it. I don't know, girl. It is what it is. Like I said, girl, we all watch what we watch. Drew is telling the truth about what? Ooh, excuse me. But I am though. I think the people that are biased and don't do a great job at hiding how they feel about people are the people that constantly say, I'm gonna say how can I say this? The people that have the most to say about me, not saying it's any of you, the people just go to the bathroom, we love you. The people that make you Marshawn, the people that have the most to say about me being biased are the same people that get in my comment section week after week after week after week, and everything they have to say is defending their favorite person. But because I call out the fuck shit, then I become biased. Okay, fine. But every time I see comments, you're literally biased. And it only kicks in when I don't, when you, when my thoughts don't align with yours. When I come down here and I call Shamia a lap dog, everything is fine. But the minute I stop calling Shamia a lap dog, now you're wrong. I can come down here and say that Drew should have beat the shit out of Portia and beat the shit out of Shamia for meeting up with her husband. Girl, don't nobody say nothing. I can come down here and say, why is it that everybody thinks that Kelly is scared of Portia, but then the other girls who she's done the worst to, they're not scared of Portia. Then it's, oh, you're just saying that because you don't like Angela. You don't like Drew. Why, if I come down here and I say, why is it that everybody calls Kelly a confessional gangster, but Angela is the one who is sitting in her confessional referring to Portia as a hoe without calling her a hoe? But she is the one who's sitting at dinner with Portia. But then Angela is not a confessional gangster. Phaedra has the most to say about half of the cast, in her confessional. But she's not saying none of this shit to their faces. But Kelly is the only confessional gangster. That makes it worse. That makes it worse. Because Angela and Portia don't have tension. Baby, that makes it worse because you don't have tension, but you steady calling the bitch who you eat with a hoe. You don't have tension with Portia. Y'all say that Portia and Angela moved on, but Angela in a confessional calling Portia a hoe. How the fuck did they move on if Angela's still in a confessional calling Portia a hoe? They came to a resolve. I can't tell. Because if you really came to a resolve, you won't be referring to the girl who you breaking bread with as a hoe. Come on now. Come on. Come on now. Did Angela move on with Portia? Did she really? Because if she really moved on with Portia, she would not be in the confessional calling Portia a hoe. But y'all want to get in the comment section talking about, oh, it's about conflict resolution. It's about them coming to a resolve. Clearly, Angela ain't came to no motherfucking resolve. Because if she had really moved on, she wouldn't be referring to the woman who she has went to work out with, the woman who she has went to dinner with, girl throwing slick shots at her, calling her a hoe. That's fine. They all do it, then call them all out. That's the point I'm making. Don't just call out one person and then stop. If you're going to call out Kelly like I did, because nobody had an issue when I came down here and I said, exactly, Kelly, you didn't have that shit to say in Portia's face. Now you meet up with Shamia and Angela, and now she Horsha. But she was in your face saying you slept with that married man, you didn't have shit to say. Y'all don't remember me saying that? Y'all don't remember me coming down here saying, Kelly, you sure talking a lot of shit. But when Portia was in your face, calling you a hoe and saying you slept with that married man, you got up and hugged her. But now you talking shit. I called out Kelly. When I call out Angela, it's a problem. Why the fuck I can call out Kelly, but I can't call out Angela? They both doing the same goddamn thing. You meeting up with Portia, but you talking shit in the confessional. Kelly, you meeting up with Portia, but you was talking shit in the confessional. I literally can call out the girls for doing the same thing. And I do. And when I do, the people act like I did not. And I did. The difference is, even up to this point, Angela is breaking bread with Portia. Kelly wasn't breaking bread with Portia. Angela was. Angela was breaking bread with Portia and then got in her confessional. Even, I know they shoot the confessionals later, and you still slick calling that girl a hoe. What? Tell me. But sometimes it's about who started the disrespect, and you let case on me. I'm just saying. I wanna dance with somebody. I wanna feel the heat with somebody. Yeah, I wanna dance with somebody. With somebody who loves me. Somebody. Girl, I really don't be blocking people, y'all. I think I think y'all think I be lying when I say I really don't care what people have to say. I mean, not like that, like that. Not that I don't care because I care, because that's why I'm always in the comments. But I don't care to the point where I block people. Girl, I said what I said. You said what you said. It's not that deep to me. I don't really block people, child. Mm-mm. That really ain't, I don't really, that ain't really my thing. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with blocking people. I mean, if you want to block people, block people. That's just not, I just don't really. Girl. Ooh, okay. Oh, excuse me. Oh, let me see. Like the scene where Drew said, like the scene where Drew said she only understood full sentences. You only focused on Drew acting confused instead of K. Michelle making the passive aggressive statement in the first place. Girl, but the fact of the matter is that was a full sentence. K. Michelle says, I don't understand unless it's a full sentence. K. Michelle literally gave her a full sentence. And then even Drew, even Shamil was like, oh, she's talking about so and so. K. Michelle said, I don't like to go places where I don't belong. And then Drew said, I like when people talk in full sentences. Girl, that was a full sentence. And then she's like, what? Wait, what? Wait, huh? What? And then, like, I don't like that. What, like, okay, Drew wasn't eating like that to me. She just wasn't. Because if that's not a full sentence, then what the fuck? Like, it's one thing if she said belong. She wasn't being indirect. She literally was talking directly to Drew. She wasn't being indirect. She was being, actually, she was talking straight to Drew. Was she not talking to Drew? Maybe she was talking to Shamia. I don't know, girl. I thought she was talking to Drew. Mm-mm. No, indirect is what Drew do. She looked dead. She looked dead in Drew's face. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what they talking about. She literally looked. She like. That's what I'm saying. Like she literally looked like she was literally talking. She she literally looked at. She literally was looking at Drew when she was looking at him. I don't know. I don't know. She wasn't talking. She wasn't. Maybe she was talking to the wall, like, I don't know, girl. I thought she was looking at Drew when she was talking. I don't know. But I thought she was. I thought that it was a complete sentence. I don't like to go places where I don't belong. And then people said that's not a full sentence. Okay, it's not a full sentence. Mm-mm. Drew did tell her to speak up for herself, but at this point, Drew knows what the issue is. I think that's a part of the problem too. Yes, K. Michelle was not saying who it was at the beginning. But at this point, on episode 10, Drew knows what the issue is with her and K. Michelle. You might not agree with what the issue is. You may say that it's a motherfucking lie. But Drew knows what the issue is. She has said, I think that Phaedra, Portia, and Drew were a part of a plantation. She's not saying where she got the information from, but she said that I think that Drew, Portia, and Phaedra are a part of a plantation. She told Drew, stop saying my motherfucking name, attaching my name to that nigga. Like K. Michelle, even though, again, K. Michelle was the one who even mentioned knowing Black being in her DMs or whatever. But the fact does not change that at this moment at that table, Drew knew what the issues were. Again, K. Michelle can be full of shit and she might not agree, but you know what the issues are. So why are we at the table acting like you don't know what the issues are? Does that make sense? Let me repeat it again. I'm not saying that K. Michelle is 100% right. I'm saying that K. Michelle was the one who even mentioned knowing Black. What I'm saying is at that point, Drew is playing dumb like she does not know what the issues are. When you know what the issues are, instead of Drew just saying, bitch, we ain't got no issues, ho, you done made this shit up in your motherfucking head. You the one who brought up Black, ain't a part of no plantation. That's all that needs to be said. But Drew still wants to act like, oh, well, can you just speak up for yourself? Because what issues? You know what the issues are. You know, at this point, you know. So y'all gonna tell me that Drew don't know what the issue is? Baby, are y'all not watching the show? Are y'all not watching the show? Are y'all not watching the show? She's already told her. She already told her. That's why I said at this point, and this is exactly why I said, at this point, the show is becoming stupid and repetitive. Because, like I said in my review, Drew and K. Michelle really don't have no beef. If they really didn't fuck with each other, K. Michelle and Drew wouldn't have even hugged each other at that goddamn park. If K. Michelle and Drew really had a beef, they wouldn't have even hugged each other. If they really had a real beef. That's why I said it's becoming stupid and repetitive because y'all ain't really got no beef. And K. Michelle has already told Drew what the problem is. So for Drew to still sit there and be like, well, you need to say it out your own mouth. Girl, she done already told you. Why are we still talking about this? Girl, move on. Move on. Move on. Move on, because y'all bitches don't even dislike each other. Hello? Girl. But girl, but they girl, I'ma shut up. Yes. Drew is passive aggressive. They all be passive aggressive, but Drew's name is Drew passive aggressive. Drew is Drew is still Drew is stealing from the Dr. Heavenly book, the Portia book. I'm a beef with the girls, so I really ain't got to talk about my real business. That's exactly why when it was time for Shamia and Drew to make up in Dallas, Drew kept the beef going. Hello? Because Drew really don't want to talk about her real business. When it was time for Shamia and Drew to make up in Dallas, the first thing Drew said was to take a dig at Shamia's mama. You don't want to make up with the girl. Even at the breakfast table, when Shamia said, "I've already apologized," Drew said, "No." I think Phaedra said, "Did you receive the apology?" No, she said, "Well, you said but." And then I think Phaedra said, "Did you receive the apology?" And she said, I think that's what she said, no, because she said but. And then Shamia said, "Well, I did apologize. I apologize for the but." Girl, at this point, girl, y'all ain't got no beef either. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm really over all of them because they don't, like, if you're gonna beef, bitch, beef. That's all I'm saying. When I can start telling that girl this shit, y'all just doing some shit for TV, like, okay, girl, this is whack. This is whack. This is whack. Y'all ain't really got no real beef. K. Michelle and Drew ain't got no real beef. But both of y'all need to shut up. Drew and Shamia ain't got no real beef. Both of y'all need to shut up. Angela and Shamia ain't really got no real beef. Well, probably now, girl, because now Angela says she fucking everybody in the NFL and NBA. Well, the Hawkins and the Falcons, girl. Now they might have a little real beef. But girl, y'all ain't really got no real beef. That's why it's stupid. Because the bitches who really should have some real beef and should be banging, they not banging. They not banging. The girls who should be banging, they not banging. That's the real tea that don't nobody want to admit. It's real stupid beefs. And it's like, why is it taking so long? Why is it taking so long for y'all to get over this stupid ass shit? The beef is giving Impossible Burger. Okay. I don't. I just. Girl, I'm about to say something, and y'all can get pissed off. But I'm standing on big business tonight, girl. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. If Drew can move on with Portia, and Portia dog walked her all of season 16, then girl, whatever you got going on with Drew, girl, you can forget about Shamia, and that's just the fact. If if and I'm not saying Drew wasn't innocent now, because Drew was on some fuck shit too. Drew knew what she was doing. Drew do this with everybody. She do the whole throw something out there and then act innocent. When Drew came down to the motherfucking show talking about Ralph is girl, Drew, Dennis is my angel, and he's the reason why I get out of bed at night. He's the reason why I get out of bed, and he's my angel on earth. All that bullshit that Drew was doing, Drew probably knew that was gonna trigger Portia. Excuse me. Drew knew what she was doing, but it don't take away that Portia dog walked Drew the whole fucking season. And ain't nobody gonna act like that did not happen. Then she fired Drew as her ambassador and hired her. She dog walked Drew. She dog walked Drew. She dog walked Drew. She dog walked Drew. Shamia got her hands dirty and was a lapdog to Portia by taking on Portia's beef. That's why people were calling Shamia a lapdog. Why were people calling Shamia a lapdog? Because of her sticking her nose into the shit with Drew and Shamia. Shamia's hands were not clean, but they were not as dirty as Portia's. The only reason why Portia even apologized to Drew, if we just gonna go ahead and lay it out all out on the table, is because Portia saw the backlash that she received from the viewers. Portia is a social media girl. Portia, like somebody said online, she read the room. And she said, oh shit, the girls don't like me season 16. Let me go down here and apologize to Drew. That's the only reason why she apologized to Drew. Is because Portia did not have a good season 16. And the people were dragging Portia last year. When she saw how the viewers had turned on her and were going up for Drew, she apologized to Drew at the reunion. But it wasn't because, girl, it was just because, girl, let me get these viewers off my back. But it does not take away from what I feel is if Drew and Shamia can move on, then if Drew and Portia can move on, then Shamia and Drew can move on. Cause y'all shit. If you can get over what Portia did to you, then you can get over what Shamia did to you. You can. You can. If Angela can get over if Angela can get over Portia saying that she would fuck her husband, if she can get over Phaedra being the godfather of Atlanta and trying to set up a scheme and a plot and a plan to take down her marriage with some stunt queen, then she can get over Shamia laughing. If you can get over the woman who said that she will fuck your husband, but then you come back the next season and you still throw shade at her in the confessional, you ain't resolved nothing and you ain't moved on. But quiet as it's kept, you really know that Portia is the HBIC and you really don't want no smoke with Portia. So instead of you dragging Portia, you act like you over it, but you really not over it. Because if you were really over it, again, you wouldn't still be in the confessional season 17, low-key calling Portia a whore. But you want to beef with Shamia because Shamia laughed. You apologize to Phaedra. You apologize to Phaedra even though you said that she was a godfather of Atlanta and had something to do with a nigga named Junebug. Portia took a page out of Giselle's book, and now this is what we got to deal with. Everybody can move on with her. Made me think of Kay and Pinky's comment about Portia being different off camera. Thank you, Ace. That's what I'm saying when I say, girl, y'all ain't really got no beef. And the real beef, because I don't know no woman or no gay man or trans woman or trans man who would, girl, be in a bitch face kikiing and cackling after she came and told us, she said she'll fuck my husband and then you best friends with her. But you really not best friends with her because you still calling her a hoe in the confessional. That's what I be talking about. And then when I say shit like that, the girls be like, oh, you just don't like Angela. You just saying that because you want her to beef with Angela. Beef with Portia. No, I'm saying it because it don't make no fucking sense. It don't make no sense that, girl, the person who you clearly still have an issue with, you trying to act like you don't have an issue with. And you're trying to prolong this situation with Shamia. When Shamia really ain't did shit to you. Not to the extent of what Portia said she'll fuck your husband. And the real truth of the matter is, and we're just gonna go ahead and put it out on the table, I'm gonna go ahead and say, girl, we know you already told us your husband got wandering dick. You already told us that Charles cheated on you. And Portia not no ugly girl. So the fact of the matter is, girl, Portia probably could fuck your husband. Hello? If you gonna beef, my whole thing is if y'all gonna beef, at least make the beefs real. That's all I'm saying. Angela, if we're gonna be honest, she should have came back pulling on Portia's wig, pulling on Phaedra's wig. Because that's who you have the problem with. And again, you cannot say that Angela does not have a problem with Portia. You cannot say that they have had some type of conflict resolution that they've come to a resolve, because if they did, Angela would not still be calling Portia out of her name in her confessional. If she had really moved on, if she had really forgiven Portia, but she ain't. Go to the bathroom, love you. I'm gonna go. The girl's trying to have it both ways with Miss Angela. And because I'm calling out Angela on the way that she moving, and I don't even like Portia. Okay? I don't even like Portia. And I said last year, even before all this shit happened, I said, Angela's trying to act like Shamil playing the long game when she's not. I said, why would Shamil be playing the long game? And this year, I said, oh, it's Angela. Girl, Angela coming for that number one spot. Angela knows that Portia is a fan favorite. Phaedra is a fan favorite. So if I go against both of them, I might be in for a fight. Because the fans are very fickle. They might hate Portia now, but they're going to be loving Portia next year. My best bet is to keep up the beef with Shamia, because that's low-hanging fruit. So I'm gonna leave Portia and Phaedra alone, even though I really don't fuck with Portia because she said she was gonna fuck my husband. And every chance I get in the confessional, I'm gonna let the girls know that she's still a hoe. But I'm gonna tell the viewers, and the viewers gonna eat out the palm of my hand when I say Shamil is playing the long game. Shamil don't have to play the long game because Shamil was already here before Angela Oakley. We didn't know who the fuck Angela was until she stepped on the motherfucking scene. Anybody who's watched Real Housewives of Atlanta knew who Shamil was. We didn't know who Angela was. Shamil don't have to play the long game. She was already a part of the game. Hello? Girl, I be clocking the girls. I be clocking the girls and the girls get mad. I be clocking these girls. And then the viewers get mad. Because the fact of the matter is, baby, I'm Team Twirl. And my bitch got fired. My bitch got fired for showing somebody sucking dick on the poster board. My girl got fired because she saw somebody sucking dick down to the motherfucking Kim Harrison. I'm Team Twirl, baby. So, okay. Yes! Angela is pretending to be over the comment that Portia made about Charles, and she's not. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what it is. She's pretending, but she's not. Because if she really was over, she would not be throwing shade at Portia in the confessional. But when I say that, the girls will try to act. Then the line start moving. Oh well, Angela is playing the long game. What Angela is doing, keep your enemies close. So you basically saying Angela is fraudulent and fake and not to be trusted. Baby, y'all say everything but the shit that you just want to say. So basically, Angela is not to be trusted because anybody who cozies up to me the whole season, we go out to work, we go to work out together, go out to eat together. But you calling me a hoe in the confessional, and then the viewers want to start talking about, oh well, Angela just playing the long game. She just doing what she's supposed to do. Girl, that's fake. Girl. And that's exactly why when K. Michelle say this is not a safe space, the girls get mad at K. Michelle. But y'all literally prove K. Michelle's point when you have people like Angela who will go to dinner with you, sit down with you, break bread with you, but then go to the confessional and call me a hoe. But then act like you don't understand what K. Michelle mean when she say this is not a safe space. Because look how you do the bitch who you break bread with. If you would do her that way, you would do me any kind of way. If you'll do that to the girl you go out and work out with and burn calories and go out and have cocktails with, then you'll do me any kind of way. But the girls don't want to hear shit like that. I keep telling y'all I'm too real. I keep telling y'all I'm too real, baby. I'm the realest motherfucker down to YouTube. And the girl, when I start breaking it down, baby, when I start breaking it down, the girl's like, you just mad about you just mad about you just mad because Angela. Girl, what? Girl, it's fake. It is fake. And now the second season, the girls are playing traitors. Phaedra calls Portia a hoe in confessionals. She sure do. Baby, what did Phaedra say about Portia? If you got the girl, let me try to find the clip. Let me try to find the clip. I'm sure I got the clip somewhere in my phone. If you got the money for the pussy, got the pussy for the. What she said? Let me see. Let me find it. I'm gonna find it. Hold on. I'm gonna find it. What she say? If you got the money for the pussy, got the pussy for the money. Let me find it. Oh, where is it at? I got too much shit on my phone. Oh, I'm about to get so mad. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Is a free. She is a free spirit. If they got the capital, got the what's it going on? We got the money. What a She is a free spirit. If they got the capital, got the what's it going on? We got the money. What a She is a free spirit. If they got the capital, got the what's it going on? We got the money. What a She is a free spirit. If they got the capital, got the what's it going on? We got the money. What a Girl, and y'all don't get on my motherfucking face. Girl, your homegirl just got down to the motherfucking Bravo TV and said that you sell pussy. Girl. Your home girl got down to Bravo and said you be selling pussy to the highest bidder. If you got the money for the pussy, got the pussy for the money. Girl. If you got the money for the pussy, and then laughed about it, baby. Girl. And then laughed about it. Girl, listen. You know, if they got the capital, she is a free spirit. You know, if they got the capital, she is a free spirit. You know, if they got the capital, she is a free spirit. You know, if they got the capital, girl, I'm done. And then the girls be like, "What K Michelle mean? What she mean? It ain't a safe space. What do you mean? What do you mean? What does she mean? Girl, this is not a safe space. Girl, we're really not friends, and that's what she gonna have to soon realize. We really just coworkers. We really don't fuck with each other like that, girl. We really down here just shooting the show. So whatever we say, girl, you gonna have to just deal with it. That's really what it is. We not friends. We don't really fool with each other like that. So when I get in the confessional and I call you a hoe, girl, don't take it. Don't feel away about it because I really don't fuck with you like that in real life, anyways. When I get down to the confessional and I say, you know, you're a free spirit, and if you got the money for the pussy, you got the pussy for the money, and I'ma laugh about it. Don't feel no way, girl. We not really friends like that, anyways. We're really not friends. We're just shooting a show, and may the best woman win. So get out your feelings, girl. Get out your feelings, cause girl, we're not really friends like that. This ain't Real Housewives of New Jersey, where we family and we've been knowing each other since high school. Well, girl, Shamia and Portia did, but this ain't Real Housewives of New Jersey, where it was damn near a family show and everybody knew everybody and been together since high school. We ain't, and we don't. No, no. Y'all say it's a joke, but let your friend get in the confession and call you a hoe. Girl, y'all say it's a joke until your friend get on TV and call you a hoe and say you selling pussy. Girl, when I tell you, baby, y'all will move the line. Y'all mean to tell me if your friend got on TV in front of hundreds of thousands of viewers, probably a million plus, when you count Peacock, you gonna get down here and say it was just a joke. Girl, you just called me a hoe and said I sell pussy. I have a feeling in 1 or 2 seasons top, Portia and Phaedra's alliance gonna start cracking. I don't see Portia taking that line down from Phaedra this time around. I can see that too. Honestly, I can see Phaedra and Portia falling out. Don't get on TV joking about me and you my friend, because baby, we're not gonna be friends no more. And that's just that on that. Don't use me as a punching bag. You got 7 other bitches you can talk about. Hello. Don't use me as a punching bag. You got 7 other bitches you better talk about. You can talk about Cynthia. You can talk about Shamia. You can talk about Drew. You can talk about Kelly, Pinky, K Michelle. Don't make me as the motherfucking butt of the joke. And then want to tell me, oh girl, we just joking. Well, you gonna have to joke with somebody else because bitch, we ain't friends no more. Because I don't know what the fuck you thought was gonna happen. Oh, I think Phaedra is waiting to get her lick back from Portia throwing her under the bus. She's too calculated. I can see that. You know, Phaedra is a very calculated girl. She's a stunt queen, baby. I can see that. I can see that. I can see that. I can see that. And Phaedra and I already made her way back into the fold. So Phaedra back on the show was she well, what she wanted to be anyways. Baby. Okay. I almost said the wrong thing. I really did. I almost said the wrong thing. Come on now. Yeah, okay. Okay. Right. What time is it? Girl, I be lying. Girl, I said I was gonna come down here and stay now, stay only for an hour. When I tell me just telling bold faced lies, I ain't no better than these bitches on Real Housewives of Atlanta just lying. Girl, for no fucking reason. Mm, it's 11:30, girl. Okay, just lying. I really told myself, girl, you're gonna be down here for an hour when you getting your ass up off of here. And I'm still down here running my fucking mouth. A mess. I'm just like them lying ass helpers down to Real Housewives of Atlanta season 17, just lying. I ain't no fucking better. Okay. Oh, lying ass bitch. Just lying. You like just okay, you like you should, but I like just like the bitches down the Real Housewives of Atlanta, girl, just lying for no reason. Just lying, girl. Okay. Shit. Okay. Girl. Hell yeah, they cater to Portia. Portia is the girl. This is the thing. Girl, I'm done, girl. Portia got them girls scared. She got Angela scared. She got Drew scared. Girl, they kissing the ring, baby. Girl, let me tell you something. Any bitch who say she'll fuck your husband and you friends with her next season, baby, you kiss the motherfucking ring. Okay? Any bitch who dragged you for the whole season and she get to the reunion talking about, come on, just I'm sorry, just hug me. Bitch, Drew kissed the motherfucking ring. Bitch, Portia dragged Drew the whole motherfucking season of season 16. Got to the reunion and stood up and said, girl, just give me a hug. Come on, girl, so we can move on, girl. I know I dragged you and I know I met up with your husband. And girl, I hugged your husband and found out your real business. Girl, just give me a hug so we can move on. And she got up and hugged her and moved on and kissed the ring, baby. Sure did. I know I said I was gonna fuck your husband off camera. Girl. I don't feel a way about Shamia's mama. She all right to me. She not, she she's just a regular mama to me. She not as how can I say this? She not girl. I'm just going. She not as messy as the other mamas we done seen. She not. But I do want to know, girl. Can we talk about it? Girl, hold on, girl. I gotta pee. Girl, I've been holding this piss in, girl, since we started. Hold up. Oh, girl. Oh shit. Oh girl. Ooh, girl. Oh, girl, I almost pissed on myself, girl. I've been holding that in, girl. Shamia's mama, she all right. I mean, she ain't messy. She ain't messy. She all right. She ain't messy, messy. You know. Okay. Girl, I had to pee, girl. Baby, I don't know. I'm not y'all baby daddies. Hello? Did y'all hear me peeing for real? I closed the door and everything. Girl, I don't know. Girl, tell me, did I wash my hands, baby? I'm not y'all baby daddies. I wash my hands and I wash between my ass. Hello? And I wash my asshole and behind my ears and my toes. The fuck? I'm not one of those niggas, baby. I washes. Okay? The fuck? There's no shade. Girl, okay? Girl, that be the baby daddies. The straight niggas who don't wash their hands, wash their assholes. Girl, ass be stinking, drawers be having shit stains in them. Baby, that's not me, baby. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, um, that's really it, child. I don't know what y'all talking about. I'll say this much about Shamia's mama. Shamia mama might be changed, but I could see Shamia mama being a tad bit messy. I mean, girl, she was best friends with Dirty Diana. You know what I'm saying? Like Shamia ain't too far off from Portia. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna sit here and say that birds of a feather flock together, but girl, you was best friends with Diane. So I could see y'all getting into some shit, especially when y'all were younger. You know what I'm trying to say? You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't put it past. I wouldn't put her mama give me like that's what I'm saying. Like, you know what, girl? Shamia mama gives me the woman who probably used to live a reckless life and then she found God and changed. That's no shade. That's no shade. That's what Shamia mama give me. The woman who used to be hell on wheels. Then she found the Lord and now she's saved and holy and filled with the Holy Spirit. That's what Shamia mama do give me. She do. Girl, it's no shade to Shamia. But Shamia mama gives me that like back in the day, she was probably hell on wheels, a booster, a scammer, all types of shit. I don't know. I don't know these people. And then girl, she found the Lord and now I'm saved and I don't live there no more. You know. I sometimes question, girl. I'm about to say something that's really gonna piss the girls off. I sometimes question the girls who really like be feel who really moved with the Holy Spirit, filled up with the Holy Spirit and all that good. I be thinking, girl, you probably found the Lord. You probably lived a reckless life. Then you found the Lord, and now you walking around here carrying your Bible everywhere you go. I swear to God, I be thinking that about me. When I see the girls who always walk around here quoting God and scriptures, I'm like, oh girl, you used to be real messy in the streets. And now you done found the Lord. And now, girl, you want to walk around here, girl, judging everybody with a Bible in your purse. That's what Shamil Mama give me. Back in the day, she was a mess. She found the Lord. And now, girl, it's all about, girl, don't let the devil come in. Girl, you gotta make sure you pray and praise God, hallelujah. And don't you let the devil come in and break up this. Don't you let the devil come in and break up your friendship. That's what she give me. Yeah. That's what my dad said. Yes, girl, I feel the same way. That's what my dad says about people who are holy all of a sudden. Yes, I really do feel that way. It is no shame. I probably shouldn't have said that because some of the girls gonna get mad. But I do believe that when the girls start to come across as very, very holy, I be thinking in my head, oh girl, you was probably hell on wheels, a mess, probably a hoe, a scammer, a playboy. You know what I'm saying? A player. You know, you probably something probably happened. You found the Lord, and all of a sudden, girl, you saved and filled with the Holy Spirit. Mhm. I feel like that's what Shamil Mama give me. That's what Shamil Mama give me. Baby, she friends with Diane. Portia and Shamil was friends. And I honestly think the reason why Shamia really don't want to go there with Portia, and even now with Portia with Shamia, is because, girl, I do believe that if they really start to tell each other's business, it's gonna be a bloodbath. That's a friendship of decades, at least two. They know each other's business. Shamia and Portia, they know each other's business. They know each other's secrets. So if they ever really, 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 really get into it, it is going to be a mess down to Real Housewives of Atlanta. So it might be best for Portia and Shamia to pay each other dust. Because if they really start to tell each other's business, it's gonna be horrible. And I think that for Shamia really doesn't want to do it because I think Shamia is. Can we just? I've already said this. Shamia is married. Portia don't give a damn. And the girl, let me say, girl, that's what now that's what I wanted to talk about. Thank you, bitch, girl. If we're gonna be honest, girl, what they need to go ahead and this is what they about to fuck up. They about to start talking about each other's mamas. Girl, that's what I wanted to talk about. Oh, I'm so happy you mentioned that. Girl, the Real Housewives season 17 mid-season trailer, that's the only thing that I saw that was interesting. When they started talking about each other's mamas, I said, oh girl, it's about to get real nasty. Okay? It's about to get real nasty with Shamia and Portia. Because now we about to get to the root. Now we getting to the rut. The rut, okay? We getting to the root, bitch. Now y'all about to start talking about each other's mamas. And from what the streets are saying, the story behind Diane and Preacher Martin, girl, they say it's nasty. I ain't gonna say what they said, what they said happened, but they said, girl, the girls, it's real scandalous like. That's the only thing I saw in the mid-season trailer that kind of made me perk up. That bullshit with Phaedra in the trailers was some bullshit. Girl, don't girl Phaedra, you ain't got shit going on. Y'all playing a game. Girl, get these bitches. Girl, I'm about to start cursing. Baby, when I said I was not I really wasn't excited for the mid-season trailer. I just wasn't. As soon as I saw Phaedra acting like this was a game show, I just was like, okay, girl, this is whack. But that Portia and Shamia and that Dirty Diana and that Preacher Martin, that is a storyline. And if they had any sense, Y'all want Shamia gone. No, you don't want Shamia gone. Because, baby, I need Shamia's mama and Portia's mama to have a sit-down one-on-one, bitch. Okay? Y'all, girl, I need Mama Joyce and Miss Sharon 2.0. See, y'all don't care about the show. Okay? Y'all only care about who you like and who I don't like. No, baby. You need to keep Shamia so, baby, Preacher Morton can stay on the motherfucking show. Shit. Because, baby, I said, baby, I hope, girl, this is a God honest truth. I really am a messy girl, but I'm not that messy to the point where I really want it to be a bloodbath. But I'm interested in seeing what's going to be said since they done already start putting it out there. But I really, honestly, and this is all bullshit. This is all bullshit. I really don't want it to get nasty with Shamia and Portia because I think in my head, I know they were really friends, and I feel like Portia don't have nothing to lose. That's why she got down to the reunion last year and was like, "You kissed Candy in the club." I would have beat the shit out of Portia if I was Shamia, not me as a man. If I was Shamia, we would have fought. We would have fought. Oh, so girl, okay, so this is what we doing. Girl, I know we mad at each other, but bitch, I didn't know you was gonna come down and start telling my business for real, for real, for real. Okay, that's fine. That's why you can't play with Portia because Portia gonna tell your real business. And Shamia is a married woman, so it's different for Shamia. Shamia could not be down to the TV talking about her whole. Shamia could not be down to the Real Housewives of Atlanta talking about her whole past when she got a whole husband at the house. Portia can. And if Shamia goes against the wall, they gonna start telling each other's business. And we already see it's about to happen because now y'all bringing the mamas into it. Y'all bringing the mamas into it. So it's definitely about to get dirty. Shamia, tell us what happened in the room with Bolo. Exactly. It's about to get nasty. And I really hate that. I feel like it's just not gonna be good. A part of me, like I said, I'm messy. A part of me, okay, honestly speaking, a part of me, I want them to do a little 1-2, but I don't want it to get to the point where, girl, it's like, girl, the bitches is going to jail because they know each other business. And like I said, like I've been told y'all, girl, I know I'm not trying to say birds of a feather flock together, but baby, if Portia was a hoe, Shamil was a hoe too. If Portia was a hoe, Shamil was a hoe. Okay, if Shamil was a hoe, Portia was a hoe. Okay. If Shamil kissed Candy, girl, Portia kissed Candy. And Candy already told us, Portia said she wanted to eat her pussy till she came. Girl, so all I'm saying is, girl, how many times did I say last year? What did I say? I said, girl, I don't know why Portia would even want to tell their business because, bitch, in my head, how many, this is why y'all have to take the emotion out of it and just and deal in logic, okay? How many times did I come down here and say, I don't know why either one of them will want to talk? Because, girl, I'm gonna look at it if Portia did it, Shamia did it. Bitch, y'all been friends since high school, middle school. Bitch, y'all really know each other's business. And now here we go, fast forward to the reunion. Here go Portia. You kissed Candy too at the club. No, not two. Not two. You kissed Candy at the club. I think that's what she said. Not two. Not two. I said, oh, girl, here we go. But Portia, Candy told her she wanted to eat her pussy till she came. That's what Candy said. And I'm gonna say something. I'm a girl. Hey, Candy Bird, if you ever see this video, girl, quiet as it's kept. I really think that's why she forgave that's why I think she really forgave Portia because she really wanted to fuck Portia. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I always thought that. I thought the real reason why Candy really forgave Portia is because she really wanted to have sex with Portia. Because bitch, if you can get over Phaedra, you can get over Portia. I mean, you forgive Portia, you forgive Phaedra. I know her and Phaedra. I know her and Phaedra had a real friendship. I know they had a real friendship. But I really believe that, girl, if you can forgive Portia, you can forgive Phaedra. I always felt like Candy, the only reason why she forgave Portia is because ultimately I think she wanted to sleep with Portia. And we're not gonna act like the Candy wasn't just down to the blaze 2 or 3 years ago on I think what's the holiday when it's green, when you wear green? Is it St. Patrick's Day? And Candy was throwing her pussy. Candy was throwing her ass all on Portia's pussy. That was dancing. Y'all don't remember that clip that was on social media? I said, look at Candy, living out her dream, baby. Karaoke night with Portia. I remember it. I said, look at Candy, girl. She about to live out her fantasy, girl. She finally about to bag Portia, girl. Baby, baby, baby. Candy and Todd wanted to smash Portia. I don't think Portia would have had sex with Todd, but I do think that Portia would have had sex with Candy and Todd would have watched. I could see some shit like them bitches in Atlanta is freaky. Okay. I could see Candy and Portia having sex and Todd watching. I don't think Portia would have sex with Todd though. I don't. I do think she would have sex with Candy. Yes, absolutely. But I don't think she will fuck Todd. And Todd ain't rich enough. I mean, based off what Phaedra said, you know, Todd ain't got enough money. You got to have the capital to sleep with Portia now. If you got the money for the pussy, got the pussy for the money. You know what I'm saying? So, what she saying? Let me see what she said. Baby. Oh shit. You got the money for the pussy, got the pussy for the money. Was Simon rich enough? Girl, yeah, he was. Girl, Portia let me shut up. He was rich enough for girl, let me shut up. Okay. No shade. Somebody said Portia don't fuck with broke men, so why would she want y'all men? Oh yeah, I'm with you when you're right, girl. I'm with you when you're right. Shout out to Funky Baby. Girl, she said Portia don't fuck with broke men, so why would she want y'all men? Right, man. Girl, y'all banging in the comment section tonight, baby. As long as it ain't me, y'all can fight each other. Leave me out of it. Hey, leave me the fuck out of it, girl. I'm tired of fighting y'all, girl. Girl, I've been fighting y'all. Girl, I'm tired, girl. Okay, baby. Hold up. You got the money for the pussy.
Is a free spirit. You know, if they got the capital, she is a free spirit. You know, if they got the capital,
Baby, I cannot stand Phaedra. When she said that shit, I hollered. Girl, I do not like Phaedra Parks. But when she said this shit, when I tell you, baby, the way I must have screamed, the way I must have screamed in this house when she said that shit, I said, baby, I know Portia gonna fight her. Girl, cause ain't no way my sister gonna get down to the motherfucking show, even if I was selling pussy. That's the thing. Y'all don't know how friendship work. Girl, like I said, it was not about whether or not Shamil was fucking Candy and Todd when she was engaged. Even if it was true, Portia was supposed to deny. You see what I'm saying? That's how you do it. That's a real sisterhood, girl. You don't put your sister whole business out in the streets. Because as far as I'm concerned, if she fuck Candy and Todd, you fuck Candy and Todd. That's the problem. You sat there and co-signed the shit. Talking about they all close. Wet. They all, Candy and Shamil, they all close. What, Portia? Girl. And now the same person who was sitting there telling Shamil's business is telling everybody that you sell pussy. You see how that work? It always come back around, baby girl. It always come back around. The same person who sat there and told your best friend business and said she was fucking Candy and Todd while she was engaged to be married is now down to the Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 17 on Bravo Television, telling people that you sell pussy. That's what she said. And if y'all don't believe me, if that's what Phaedra said, then take a listen.
It's a free spirit. If they got the capital, got the what's it? Hold on, you got the money. Portia is a free spirit. If they got the capital, got the what's it? Hold on, you got the money for the pussy.
Baby! Baby, she said, baby, you a free spirit. If you got the capital, baby, you got the money for the pussy, got the pussy for the money, baby. That's what she said. Baby, the way I would have pulled up to my sister's house and we would have fought in a driveway like two gutter snipe bitches, girl, in front of the motherfucking dollar store. Baby, if my sister had got down to TV and said, girl, I'm a free spirit. And if you got the capital, girl, she got the money for the, you got the money for the pussy, you got the pussy for the money. And then laughed after she said it. I would have hopped in my motherfucking Rolls Royce, drove to Bankhead, knocked on that bitch door, and we would have been thumping in her motherfucking, thumping in front of her motherfucking house. Yeah, we would have tore Buckhead up. Ooh, girl, you just got down to Bravo TV. Girl, you just got down to Bravo TV and told these people I sell pussy. And laughed about it. Phaedra been wearing Portia out. Ever since she laughed and called her Miss Thotlandia. Girl, you started out as Miss Thotlandia, and now we done made it to season 17, and she said you selling pussy. That's your girl, though. That's your home girl. It started out, girl, with her calling you Miss Thotlandia. And now we season 17, she said you selling pussy. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. Did it not start out with Phaedra saying she was Miss Thotlandia? Fast forward, now she in the confessionals saying the princess of Thotlandia. Now she's saying you're selling pussy. If you got the girl, let me play it again. Because I don't want nobody saying I'm down here making up shit.
Free spirit. If they got the capital, got the what's it? Hold on, you got the money for the pussy. Portia is a free spirit. If they got the capital, got the what's it? Hold on, you got the money for the pussy.
Oh, girl. Oh, yeah. Bitch, we would girl, me and that bitch would have been thumping. Girl, we would have been thumping, baby. We would have been thumping. We would have had to fight.
She is a free spirit. You know, if they got the capital,
Bitch, baby, Phaedra said that like she was down on some YouTube web series that only get 1,000 viewers, girl, per episode. Bitch, Phaedra got down to Bravo TV on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Probably the second most watched franchise, right behind Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And got down to those folks' television screen, sat in the confessional, and said that if you have the Portia is a free spirit. If you got the capital, girl, you got the money for the pussy, you got the pussy for the money. And then laughed about it. And that's exactly why I be telling y'all. Y'all get mad at the girls. It's not us. It's not me. I can't call Portia no hoe because really and truly, I don't really know what Portia is. But her friend circle are the people that calls her a whore. You got the people who break bread with her in the confessional. Hey, Angela. Hey, Phaedra, referring to the girl who they work out with and go have drinks with and lunch. They refer to her as a whore. That's what her friends do. You've had Cynthia say that Portia sleeps with married men. Y'all don't remember Cynthia saying that? Y'all don't remember Cynthia saying that? Y'all don't remember Cynthia saying that Portia slept with a man, with a married man? Y'all don't remember Cynthia saying that? Y'all don't remember Candy and all the girls trying to figure out how Portia was able to afford that $250,000 handbag? Y'all don't remember? Y'all don't remember Kenya saying you don't know what you're talking about unless a dick is in your mouth? These girls, that's what the girls be. That's what her friend group do. But she don't make it no better when she introduced people as her friends to the show and then turn around and marry their husbands 2 years later. Oh, wait, oh, girl. Mm. Mm, mm. It's sad. It's sad. It's sad. It's sad. It's sad. I hate that for Portia. Girl, your friends wear you out. Your friends wear you out. Now it's one thing for your friends to call you a hoe to your face. Cause, my friends, we done did that to each other. Girl, you's a hoe. Girl, that's fine. You want to. It's one thing for you and your friends to clock each other teeth to y'all to each other's faces because girl, you keep each other honest. Okay? Right? Because we don't lie to our friends. Because we're not gonna get on TV exposing my business, bitch. Especially if I ain't saying it, hoe. Okay? And bitch, even if I did say it, you better not joke about it, bitch. Okay? Bitch? Bitch? Anyways, y'all might love coming down here talking shit. She might not. No, I don't think she probably no. She don't care. Do y'all really think Portia care? Portia's too busy rubbing her feet together on private jets. She probably. I'm sure she. I don't know. She probably don't care. She probably don't. Portia doesn't care. Can I tell y'all something? Can I say something? Can I say something? Portia doesn't care because it doesn't affect Portia personally. It really doesn't. Portia doesn't care because even with me moving the way that I've moved and doing the things that I've done, it really hasn't really affected me. You see what I'm saying? So Portia not gonna care. The storyline was literally her fucking bolo. That's like in real life, the way that people move the line. Do y'all know how many people get dragged for fucking strippers? And Portia did that supposedly with Tanya, allegedly. And girl, the girls just kind of like let it go and got mad at Kenya. When if that was anybody else who had fucked a stripper, girl, the girls would have a field day. Now I'm not mad at Portia. Because if I was Portia, I would have fucked Bolo too. I'm not mad at Portia or Tanya. Because if I was Tanya or Portia, I would have fucked Bolo too. Because I'm not no hating asshole. But I'm just saying, I wouldn't have did it in front of y'all messy ass bitches. Okay. That's how you know Portia don't care. Portia don't care. Portia fucked that man, girl, allegedly, while her girl, what is it, arch nemesis was right there. Girl, that's how you know Portia don't care. Girl, I would have never fucked, girl. And shout out to the strippers. Ain't nothing wrong with stripping, girl. Sometimes a bitch got to do what a bitch got to do. But I would have never fucked a stripper down to no motherfucking reality TV show. I would have did it. I would have did it. But some shit I'm just not gonna do. Not with some bitches who I don't even too much like. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Some shit I'm not doing on reality TV. It's some shit I would do, but I wouldn't do it on reality TV or around girls while we're shooting a reality TV. Yes. Girl, y'all would never know my hoish ass ways if I was one of them girls. You would never know it. You would never know it. I might come down here and be messy. I might fight. I might cuss a bitch out. But girl, I would not be down to TV just fucking people. I wouldn't. Not down to the TV. Like I said, girl, I would do it. But it wouldn't be down to the TV though. But it'd have to be when the season is over, the season unwrapped, and then Bolo, you can come to my house. You know what I'm saying? You can come to my house when we stop filming and I get back to Atlanta. But girl, I'm not doing that shit while these people are here. I don't even fuck with these bitches like that, and they don't even fuck with me. You think I'm about to let them know my real business? Okay. Absolutely not. But again, that's how you know Portia don't care. Because it's kind of like, girl, it is what it is. I don't care. Oh no, I don't think Tanya is married. Tanya look good. Girl, she popped up. Girl, Meta, it's so crazy talking about it's Tanya time. She literally popped up on my Instagram. I don't follow Tanya. You know how people pop up on your Instagram like recommends or explore page, whatever it's called. She popped up on my Instagram page like the night before last. I was in my bed just scrolling, and Tanya popped up. She looked good. She looked like she lost some weight. Not to say you look good if you lose weight, but she looked like she like work out. You can tell she works out a lot now. Her body looks toned. Tanya look good, baby. She do. Tanya looks real good. Yeah. I think she broke up with that man. You know he was supposedly cheating on her. She looked like yeah, I think she broke up with that man, girl. She did. I think he was cheating. At least that's what. At least that's what. Man, at least that's what Kenya. Girl, Kenya. Man, I would have hit. Man, that bitch would have tore that motherfucking shop up. When I tell you, baby, the bitches who supposed to. That's what I'm saying. It's been some real beefs on this show. Girl, me and Kenya would have towed that motherfucking restaurant to shreds. Don't get it twisted. That's my girl, and I did gag and holler. But I'm telling y'all that if I was Tanya, girl, not me as a man, if I was Tanya and I saw a bitch walking and set a motherfucking alleged side chick in front of my face, girl, me and Kenya would have been coming to blows. Girl, we would have been windmilling all, baby, y'all would have saw pussy, bras, and panties. It would have been like the motherfucking evil stepsisters when they ripped the Cinderella dress off her. Girl, we would have been turning that goddamn restaurant to shreds, baby. Girl, to shreds. Baby, that Kenyan was a motherfucker, baby. Baby, that Kenyan was a motherfucker, baby. Bitch. Yeah, girl, they say he was they say he was cheating though. Mm-hmm. They say he was cheating. Baby, girl, that's what I'm saying, girl. Can I say something? I don't give a fuck about no marriage. I don't give a fuck about no marriage. But you are not, girl, I wish I would be walking around here engaged for 15 years. Girl, how long were Paul and Tanya engaged? It was a long time. It was a long time. Was it really 15 years? Like, my whole thing is, if you're gonna get married, bitch, you go get married. If you're not, then just don't. It was something like 7 years. It was a long time, I know. It was too long, too damn long. Girl, at that point, it's kind of like, what are y'all doing? I would be embarrassed to even walk around here and tell people that I was engaged for, girl, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Like, I would be so embarrassed. Girl, why are we, either you're not going to be engaged, either you about to get married, or either you're just not going to get married, which is okay. Like I said, I don't give a fuck about marriage anyways. But I'm not going to be walking around here engaged for that amount of time. And I would feel stupid telling people that shit. Girl, no shade. Do what y'all want to do. I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. I ain't trying to, but girl, if y'all walking around here engaged for 7, 8, 9 years, girl, I wish the fuck I would. Bitch, after we get engaged, if we not married, girl, within 2 years, it's a wrap. And girl, quiet as it's kept, girl, y'all really should be married. Girl, y'all better take y'all ass to the courthouse if we're gonna be honest. You shouldn't even be 2 years. But girl, if y'all ain't married within 2 years, then girl, and you still walking around here talking about you engaged for that amount of time, I wish the fuck I would. I wish the fuck I would. Y'all would never, girl. First of all, I'm never getting married. But if honestly, I wish I'm talking about me now. If I were to ever get married, y'all would never hear Rodney talking about girl. He was engaged, girl. Quiet as it's kept, girl. The marriage probably gonna happen, as quick as we can. Because I'm not walking around here with no engagement for no 5, 6, 7, 8 years, girl. Girl, we're going to the courthouse. But I'm not getting married because, girl, I'm gonna be rich one day. Girl, the way y'all out here paying these motherfuckers, I'm never gonna get married because, girl, the way the girls is having to come off their motherfucking shit, come out of their Chanel bags, I'm not going for it, girl, because I'm gonna burn the motherfucker down, girl. I wish I would walk around here like Drew Williams, having to pay my ex-husband child support over some motherfucking children that I carried in birth, girl. Please, God would die. So shout out to the girls out here paying these niggas child support because I don't know how y'all do it, and paying spousal support because I don't know how y'all do it. Shout out to Mary J. Blige for paying $30,000 per month. Shout out to Kelly. I know she happy that nigga died. Shout out to Kelly. You know what I'm saying? She was paying. She had to pay a little bit of coin too. Kelly Clarkson. Shout out to the girls. I don't know how y'all do it because bitch, I would have been evil, bitch. I would have been pissed. Girl. Okay. I would have been evil, girl. I'm not paying. Girl, let me shut up. Let me shut up. Anyways, shout out to the girls, but yeah. Shout out to Tanya. Shout out to Tanya, baby. Baby, girl, yes. Yes to the person who said Holly Berry. All her men got a hand in her pocket. Baby, they sure do. Holly, girl, and I know she happy that little girl just graduated. She just turned 18. So I know she happy. Holly was paying him, how much was it, 50,000 or 70,000 a month in child support? Baby, Holly was paying a nasty penny. But then it got reduced. But now the little girl just graduated from high school. But she's still paying the other nigga child support for the son they have. And then who else was paying child support? Oh, Britney Spears. Britney was paying like 40,000. She was paying like 40,000. Was it like 40,000 or 20,000? And I think Kevin wanted a bump in child support. I said, "Ooh, girl, I would be sick to my stomach." Y'all know I have double standards, though. I would be sick to my stomach if I was a woman and I had to pay a nigga child support. Oof. I would be done. For some kids that I motherfucking care. Can you imagine? Girl, I'm sorry. I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I'm gonna say something that's gonna sound. I'm about to say something that's gonna sound very, very problematic, and it's a unpopular opinion. And maybe I'm saying this because I don't have children. I'm about to say something. I don't think that the mother and father are the same. I don't. I don't think that a woman who stretches her body out, carries a child, literally births the world. Girl, birth someone. I don't think you could put the mother and the father on the same level. I don't. I know that you had to do something with the child being here. You are a part of the process. You gave something to create the child, but I don't think they're on the same level. I don't. I don't. I don't think a woman who literally creates life. That's why I kind of tap out of the conversations when they be like, "Girl, the mama and the daddy are the same." They really not. They not. They not. Sorry. He's the daddy, but they're not the same. That bitch literally just birthed somebody. Like literally birthed. Bitch, she literally birthed somebody. Baby, that is not the same. You the daddy though. But that really is her child. That's why I was like, girl, I would have a fit if I was Drew and bitch, you took my kids away from me. Baby, the way I would have set them up, I would be in prison for the rest of my life. Even though they say Drew, you wasn't taking them kids to school. Drew birthed and it still had baby. Come on, bitch. Drew birthed and still has to pay. Baby, oh, oh, oh. Is it fair to say these women are trash? That's why the men get the kids. That's fair. I will say sometimes I do move the line for women, but I also recognize too that we have to be fair in some scenarios, right? The fact of the matter is, can I say this too? I'm gonna say this, even though I just said what I said. It really is some ain't shit mamas out there, and how I know is I know a couple. It's some ain't shit mamas out there. Even though you did birth these children, it be some ain't shit bitches out there. It really do. It really do. Cause I know some in real life. Hmm. Yeah. So in those scenarios, you know, I can see it, but it did make me look at Drew sideways. I'm gonna be honest. I did look at Drew sideways. I looked at Kim sideways. Because girl, how did you really lose custody of your kids? How did you, even if it was temporarily, how did you temporarily lose custody of your children? And then they say with you, Drew Williams, they say you wasn't taking your kids to school. How the fuck you not taking your kids to school, but you down to the Real Housewives of Atlanta bragging about having a whole fucking team? Girl, what the fuck are you doing? You don't drive. You don't cook. You don't do your makeup. You don't do your hair. You don't pick out your clothes. Girl, you have a manager. Girl, all you gotta do is just like you have a makeup artist, a wig, a hairstylist, a wardrobe stylist. You have a manager. You have a chef. You have an assistant. You have a driver, and you still can't manage to get your kids to school on time. Girl, what the fuck is going on with you? And again, it's no shade to Drew, but it's not like Drew got this heavy schedule. Girl, it's not like you Beyonce and you traveling the world going on a war tour. You see what I'm saying? It's not like, girl, you in LA and you shooting some number one series on ABC. So what is really going on? Kim, Kim, baby, can I say, girl? Can I say, girl? Did y'all see Kim's kids? Girl, I didn't want to say nothing. Y'all know, Kim. Y'all know, I do not believe it. You know, I don't believe it. I don't believe in spanking children, right? I don't believe in spanking children. That's just not. That's just me. Do what y'all want to do. I know the girl's gonna bring up the Bible. The Bible say this. The Bible say that. Okay, girl. Do what y'all want to do with y'all children. I can't do nothing about it anyways. Baby, did y'all see Kim and Croy kids? What is my baby? Y'all know they say supposedly Kim is basically saying that Croy flipped one of the kids over the couch. Girl, can we have some kitchen table talk? What time is it? Okay, it's midnight, girl. I'm about to get real messy and say some shit I ain't got no business saying. Girl. Bitch, did y'all see Kim? Baby, I thought that Kim kid. Girl, for some reason I be forgetting that kids grow. I forget that we grow up. So anytime I think about the children, I be thinking like your kids be like 3 and 4 years old. I be forgetting the kids grow up, girl. So it didn't even really register in my head that Kim and Croy kids had grown up. Because in my head, I'm still looking at them as little boys and little girls. Baby, do y'all see how big these niggas are? Baby, them some big ass niggas. They say Croy flipped one of the boys over the couch. I said, I see why. Girl, that nigga is humongous. Girl, do y'all see him? Girl, them kids is big. Girl, them children are humongous, girl. They say that Croy flipped one of the boys over the couch. I said, I see why. Because I can tell y'all what happened. Girl, I'm about to say something that's going to sound real problematic. Girl, or I probably shouldn't say this. I'm going to say it anyways. I probably should say this on Patreon, but I'm going to say it over here. Girl, I can tell you what probably happened. Them kids started bucking up at Croy. And Croy probably say, you better sit your motherfucking ass down. You know how we get when we teenagers. We be talking mucho on they shit time with mamas and daddies, right? I could see I could see them kids probably talking shit to Croy. And Croy, like, you better sit your motherfucking ass down before I knock your ass over that sofa. And the boy probably bucked up at Croy, and Croy probably knocked his ass over the sofa. And when I saw the kids, I said, I understand. I really feel like y'all know I do not like Croy. Girl, y'all know I do not see it for Croy at all, Croy or Kim. But I really feel like in my soul, what happened was the boys was probably talking shit. Croy probably said, you got the game fucked up. You better sit your ass down if I knock your ass over that sofa. And the little boy probably said, do it, and probably bucked up at Croy, and Croy knocked his ass over the sofa. And when I looked at them, I said, baby, do you see how big these boys is? The boys is big. Girl, the boys are humongous. Do y'all see that? I said, I see why he flipped his ass. I would have flipped his ass too. Girl, the boys is big. I said, "Oh, baby, absolutely not, girl. We probably would have had to. We probably would have had to bang too. We probably would have had to bang too, girl." I said, "Oh, girl, I see why Croy did what he did, girl. I see why he did it." When I saw those children, I said, "Oh, baby." I said, "Oh, baby, I see why he flipped him. I see why he flipped. I see why he flipped that little motherfucker over the couch. That little big motherfucker. I see why he flipped that little big motherfucker over the couch. He was probably over there talking shit. Girl, he was over there talking shit. Croy said you got the game fucked up. He bucked up at his daddy, and his daddy flipped his ass. I'm telling y'all, I know that's what happened. He was over there talking shit to Croy. Croy said you got the game fucked up. He bucked up at Croy, and Croy said you better sit your ass down. He bucked up again, and then Croy flipped his ass. I'm telling y'all. Now I'm not saying it's right. Let me say, I'm not saying it's right. But I'm saying I see that. I bet you that's probably what happened. I'm thinking the boys, girl. I'm thinking the boys is like 5 foot, 4'9", girl. You know, the girl 39 pounds. Baby, these boys is 5'11" and 279 pounds, and they 12 years old. No, girl, what is y'all feeding them children? Girl, them boys is bigger than Kim. Kim is literally the same as baby. The oldest son is 2 of Kim. Baby, I ain't gonna say the oldest one, the one with the blazer on. Baby, that is 2 of Kim. I said, "Oh, girl, girl, that is 2 of Kim, girl." I said, "Oh, baby, them some big ass niggas." I said, "Oh, baby, no." Oh yeah, girl, you gotta square up. Girl, you gotta square up with them, baby. You gotta go put your Timberland boots on, baby. Baby, you said, "Girl, I did not know them children was that big." Oh, wait, girl, let me stop talking about people's children. Anyways, I'm gonna shut up. I ain't mean what I just said. I didn't mean what I just said, y'all. We just down here joking and kidding and laughing. Croy didn't have no business putting his hands on those children. It's not right. It's wrong. Girl, it's not right. It's wrong. He didn't have no business putting his hands on them children and flipping them children over the sofa. Okay. Bitch. Girl, what Dr. Heavenly said, I'm gonna say it and I'm gonna take it back. Girl, I'm gonna say everything I said, I took back. Girl, what Dr. Heavenly used to say, girl, I'm gonna say it and I'm gonna take it back. Girl, I'm gonna say it and I'm gonna take it back. I'm just playing, but I'm just playing, y'all. Okay, girl, these children is big. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. They over there fighting, baby. Cross said, baby, mm-mm. And you can tell, girl, I hate to say it, you could tell they got a little mouth on them too. You can tell they probably think they can beat everybody up. Girl, you can look at them and tell. You can look at them and tell. You can look at them and you can look at them and tell. They think they can beat everybody up. Girl, that's a mess. That's a mess. Girl, okay, right. Right. Girl, that's a mess. I said, girl. Mm-mm. 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 I said, I see why Croy flipping motherfuckers. I see why Croy flipping motherfuckers over the motherfucking sofa now, baby. I didn't understand it at first. But when I saw these pictures, I said, oh, I get it. I understand. I understand why he's flipping names, why he's beating ass and taking names. Okay? Y'all bucked up. He said he gonna jump up to get beat down. What did Shanae say? What Shanae tell? What Shanae tell? Was it Pam? Jump up to get beat down. What did Shanae tell? What Shanae tell Pam? Girl, jump up to get beat down. Whatever she said, bitch. Okay, bitch. I'll drop kick you into 42. Girl, I ain't had a fight all summer. Okay, bitch. That's what Croy said, baby. Girl, jump up to get beat down, baby. I ain't had a fight all summer. Baby. And then he flipped his big ass. Girl, that's a mess. Anyways, y'all, I'm gone. I take everything I said back. Girl, I didn't mean nothing I said. I don't want to, girl. I don't need nobody. I don't need nobody in my comment section talking about, oh, girl, you over there beating on the children, and you think that's putting your hands on kids is okay. I'm just playing. I'm just joking. Girl, I'm just playing. I'm just joking. Girl, do not get in my comment section. Girl, girl. Now, y'all, now, girl, the girl, don't get in my comment. Girl, leave me alone. Girl, leave me alone, girl. Do not get in my comment section saying nothing to me. Okay. Anyway, y'all, I will see y'all tomorrow. Yeah, I think I'll see y'all tomorrow. Yeah, I will see y'all tomorrow. I will see y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a good night. Bye, y'all.